Just give me a couple of minutes. I'm sorry I came late. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Can I have it quiet, please? So sorry that I kept it. Let's just wait.
He's so good. I love him, yes I do. Oh yeah.
King of kings and Lord of lords, lover of my soul, Jehovah, one and only God. I am Jesus Christ, the Holy Lamb. King of kings and Lord of lords, lover of my soul, Jehovah, one and only God. I am Jesus Christ, the Holy
Thy
Lamb.
truth reaches the clouds, your mercy never runs out.
We give you honor. Be thou exalted among the heavens and above the earth. We give all glory unto your name. Lover of my soul, Jehovah, one and only God. I have
Jesus Christ, the Holy Lamb, King of kings and Lord of the lords, lover of my soul, Jehovah, one and only God. I am. Hills melt in your presence, and your foes tremble at your
awesome power.
I will rejoice now and forever, 'cause you are mine, so gracious and so divine. Lover of my soul, Jehovah, one and only God. I am Jesus Christ, the Holy Lamb, King of kings and Lord of lords, lover of my soul, Jehovah, one and only God. I am Jesus Christ, the Holy Lamb. He's a wonder in my soul.
He's a wonder, he's a wonder,
He's a wonder.
he's a mighty
He's a mighty
God.
God.
He's a wonder,
He's a wonder
he's a wonder, he's a
in
wonder,
my soul.
he's a wonder,
He's a mighty God.
he's a mighty
He's a
God.
wonder.
He's a wonder, he's a wonder,
He's a wonder. He's a wonder. He's a mighty God.
he's a mighty
He's a
God.
wonder, yes, yes. My father told me a long time ago.
He's a wonder,
He's a
he's a
wonder.
wonder.
He's a wonder, yeah, yeah,
He's a
yeah.
mighty God. So good, so good. He's been so good. My God has been
Has been
so good,
so good.
so good.
He's
He's
been
been
so good.
so good.
My God. Oh, God. He's a wonder. He's a wonder. Ah, yeah. So
So
good.
good.
When I was down, he lifted me. King of kings. My God. He's a wonder
He's a wonder, he's a wonder.
in my soul. He's good. So good. I love him. 'Cause he's been good. Lord Jehovah, the Holy God. He's a wonder.
He's a wonder, he's a wonder.
He's a wonder. He's a wonder. So good. King of kings. Lord of lords. He's the great I am. He's holy. He's holy. He's a wonder.
He's a wonder,
He's a wonder.
he's a mighty God.
So
So
good.
good,
So
so
good.
good.
He's been
He's been
so
so
good.
good.
My God. Our God. He's a He's so good.
How else should I welcome you if not to say, how are you over there, wherever you are, whether you're in Nigeria, whether you're in America, whether you're United Kingdom, how do you do? It's the most, it's one of the most popular way of greeting people, irrespective of where you come from. How do you do? But you see, in United States, greetings are actually answered with some other form of greetings. Back there in Nigeria or in Africa, when you say, how do you do? You say, fine, thank you. But in the United States, when you say, how do you do? You say, how do you do? Why that is, I don't know. But my distinguished viewers, listeners, especially those who are on podcasts, some people are also getting the transmission live on radio. Um, we're just trying to make some little bit of invention and creativity to what we're doing. I want to appreciate all of you, and I want to apologize for coming on the program a little bit behind schedule. We were supposed to come right on 11 o'clock United States time, 4 o'clock UK time, and 5 o'clock Nigerian time. But then we're all human beings, so just pardon me. I don't believe in African time. I believe in African irresponsibility. So we should try to be up to time when we try to do things. So I'm not trying to create a model of inefficiency or of disappointment. But whatever, I just want to apologize, and I want to say welcome to the show. A lot of you have been asking me, St. Valentine, where have you been? We've not seen you on air for like about 3, 4, 5 days, about a week. And I tell people that sometimes the demand of other form of responsibility like work, like other things that you have to do, may really take you off schedule. But be that as it may, we'll try as much as possible to make sure that we keep this consistent, because very soon we're going to be permanently on our own channel. So you guys will be able to watch us more frequently. But pray alongside us. And when you pray alongside us, you know we'll be able to deliver. I also want to know if the audio quality and the video quality is good. So I want somebody out there. We have quite a number of people watching already. Do I want to start? Okay. I know a couple of my friends are there. Lekon, Kanderea, Falabi, Jamadi. There are a lot of people joining us. And don't forget, as you're watching this show, I would like you to do me a favor. I beg you, with the name of Almighty God, or whatever you believe in, please share this program. You will be helping me, you'll be helping the program, you'll be helping the project. At the same time, you will be helping somebody else to just hear one or two things. You are at liberty to disagree with some of my own opinion. You are at liberty to disagree with all of my opinion, and you are at liberty to accept some of my opinion. But don't forget, we can rub minds. Whatever you think about an opinion that I am coming up with, don't forget you can just put that on board. You can write that as a comment. The only thing you are not permitted to do is call me on my normal trunk line now. You may call by adding yourself on the Facebook, and then you can also speak live. Everybody will be able to hear you. But please do me that favor. We want you to please share this program. Share it and share it and share it and share it. Share it as much as you can share it, so that other people will also be able to benefit from it. I love this song so much. Ceci Winans. Who else should take all the glory if not him? The one that say he is, he was, and is going to be.
Thy truth reaches the clouds, your mercy never runs out. We give you honor.
Who else?
Be thou exalted above the heavens and above the earth.
Lekon Alabi, can you please type? Can you hear me properly? How is the video quality and how is the audio quality? Can you please just write something on? Please call me at your leisure time. Okay. I will do that. I will do that. I know you're watching. I've been trying to call you actually before the program. The person I'm talking to knows that I'm talking to him. But you know we got to talk, because we are preparing for something early next year. We just like about a month or 2 months to read. So, Alebioshu Olusegun Mayomi, you can also be a part of this program. I can see a couple of people already making a request for me to add them, and maybe he's going to be my first person today. I'm adding you now, Alebioshu. Can you please bring that back? Put yourself back on the board. And Olalekon Alabitu, can you please put yourself so that I can add you, and then you can grant my request, and then you will have you on board. Other people too can join. Other people too can join. So I want you to write, how is the audio quality? If the audio quality is good, just write audio good. video, good, super, excellent. If you can hear me, very, very soon, the audio and the video channel will be launched, and it's going to be the glory is going to be to God Almighty the first, and all of you who have been perpetually consistent in followership. You can watch this program on Valentine Bengola said on Facebook, and you can also go on my YouTube channel, Valentine Benga Orokpo. Don't forget the version of this program in Yoruba language is called Orokpo Lato Kere. It's PlentyTalk from the Diaspora. So we'll be having it in English language, and then we'll be having it in Yoruba language as well. The energy is going to come. The energy, trust me, I had an outing yesterday, so I'm a little bit tired. I'm not going to lie about that. But then, don't worry. The drive, the passion, the energy is going to come. And then you are going to know that it's me, especially when I have to talk about those people. You know what I'm talking about? So we have a couple of things that we're going to be talking about today. But let me first of all tell you about the mercies of the Lord. And this one is the music of, who do you think? Orisha Femi. It says, mercies of the Lord. Valentine Bengola Sende is my name. Some people call me Olugbenga Oropo. Some call me PlentyTalk. Some call me Irumole Ekpedekpede. Some call me the last of all the remaining saints.
Everybody long body rock, come run love. That great Balu Orisha Femi, along with Femi, you can me, and in my word me. Nigeria, Ojojuma Nigeria, Hanika Mashadura, West Misayara Dra. Jesus, you want to suffer, come on, Dewa. Brought me power, some other come on, Dewa. Shana fool me, devil, you can fool me. I'm coming with the blood, and do me. Along Bawa, lower, I want to shake you off like a pussy new baby, cause they know who will be. Rhyme solution, BTE. Along with that, you shall see ETE. Shana for me, bubble for me, dirty me. Come down to your shit, I want to shut me. Sing for the pool. Oh, Baba, show us love. Oh. Once and for all, oh. Don't let us follow. Baba, go with the bag, yo. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah, bad, yo. Baba, show us love. Oh.
A lot of things are happening. A lot of things happening all over the world. Today, the 15th day of the last month in the year 2018. In a couple of days, the whole year is going to be gone. And you see, when you start thanking God, or you keep thanking God, excuse me, for what He has done over the months, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, and then December. Well, do you think it's because of your looks, or do you think it's because of your intelligence? You think because of your societal placement? Why do you think you're still alive? Now, let's look at the numerical strength of the people like you who have passed into the world beyond. Some of them, you were born on the same day, maybe in the same, probably in the same year, and some are older than you, some are younger than you, some are your mates, and they're no more. Why do you think you are still alive? Why do you think your life has sustained? Some people, they call themselves atheists, who say there is no God and all that. And I say that, okay, who has ever seen anything without a reason? There is always a reason behind everything. And then they give me some scientific explanation that, okay, Australopithecine, the Homo erectus, Homo sapien, and all that. And they tell me that man was made out of burning gas. Oh. Out of burning gas. Me, I know be gas. I know be gas. What about those things that you can still... What about issues of spirituality? A lot of these atheists who don't believe that there is God, some of them believe in spirituality. So where do you think spirituality comes from? Where do you think it comes from? You know, we're going to be talking about, especially those of you that are in Nigeria, we're going to be talking about the movie industry, especially AGN and TAMPAN, Actors Guild of Nigeria. I am a major part of that. And the president, despite all the delusion, despite all the brouhaha, we are like about 4 different presidents now in that field. Actors Guild of Nigeria. Ibinabo is there, EGK is there, Emeka is there, another Emeka is there, because one is Emeka Ike, one is Emeka Rulers. A lot of them. We'll be talking about that. And we'll also be talking about pan elections at the federal level, that's national level, at the state level, and at the local government level. We'll be talking about that too. And also, we'll be talking about, that's going to be the cocoa of cocoa today. And that's where I'm going to need you to contribute. That's where we're going to be having our intellectual appraisal of today's program, where we'll actually be looking at Nigeria through the diaspora window. The vice presidential debate. I watched it live, and I went back to it again. I watched it and watched it over again. I took my time to do a critical assessment, critical appraisal of each of the speakers. We'll be talking about that too. So whatever you think you have as opinion, please, or whatever you think you want to ask, we're going to have other people also contributing on the program. As you are listening and they are listening, when I talk about what you have said, when I read what you have written, they might want to comment on it, so we can still rub shoulders, even if we don't have the capacity to have the talk in, talk out synergy for now. And then we're going to be talking, you know, we're going to talk about Kwara politics because that's where I'm from, and I am a stakeholder in my state. Take it or leave it. Trust me. Kwara State, Nigeria, I'm a stakeholder. I know how much of my life I've invested into it. I know how much of my energy has gone down into it, and I know how much of my time has gone into that concept, that project called Nigeria. You know, right after that, the Emir of Ilorin was a little bit dragged, or was somehow dragged also into politics, and then we're going to be talking about the Royal Majesties, Royal Highness, the monarchical form in Nigeria. Well, how relevant are they today in Nigeria? How relevant have they been, and will they continue to be relevant, or you think tide is going to change and it's going to like recognize them more? We'll be talking about a lot of other things, and then we're going to talk about entertainment. We're going to talk about economy, and we're going to talk definitely about things going on in the United States of America. Don't shift, don't blink an eye, because you may have lost something that you didn't know. So let me just bring in Urisha Femi again, finish my introduction, and then we'll go into the program per se. I told you the energy is going to come. Gradually, you're going to be feeling me. If there's anybody that can know what I'm eating right now, you got something. You have a price. Whether you're in Nigeria, I have a way of getting, especially recharge cards or cash. Whether you're United States, whether you are even if you're in the United States or you're in UK, there's Cash App. All you have to do is just make sure you have Cash App. Or I have a couple of people who are supporting this program, and when people win things, courtesy of them, we just send them like about $50, $100, $200, depending on the gravity of what question or what you have done on the program. You too can be a part of it. You're going to mention your name, and when somebody wins something, you're going to know about it. It's not like I already have the money, but when you win something, it gets to you, and then you're going to hear the person who has sponsored that. So anybody can be a part of that. And don't forget that you can also join one of the biggest and most trending non-governmental organization in the world. The name is TTOTS. That is TTOTS. Take them off the street. This is a global initiative that takes all our young people, even the older generation too, off the street. What's the definition of the street? The street means that space, that platform to perpetuate evil or other vices, and also people who are subjected to torment, people who are neglected, people who have been abandoned. That is what we mean by TTOTS. You can also be a part of it. So there are levels. When you want to join, it's free. You only have to meet some criteria. They ask you some questions, you fill a form, and then you're given a training on how to deal with this. The intricacies of what the whole NGO is all about will be explained to you during your training. So if you want to be a part of that NGO, of that project, take them off the street. Look at all the children that are walking out on the street today. A lot of them are homeless. The way you were born, a lot of them too were born. On the 8th day, they had a naming ceremony, but some of them became victims of the street, not because of their own wish, not because they wanted it, not because they desired it. Some of them were forced into the street. Like some of, when you call people prostitutes, It's not all of them that are actually doing it because they want money or because they are greedy or because they are covetous. No. Some of them are forced to it out of abandonment, negligence. Some have been abused. I was watching the TV this morning, and there was an allegation. It was actually on Crime Watch. A father abused his own daughter, and the girl became withdrawn, ran out of the house. That's how they end up on the street. What about other societal and environmental influence? Those of us who have young people, young children, young worlds around us that are dependent on us, they are not dependent on us only for survival, but also for upbringing. It's not just about the food that you give to them. It's not about the clothing. It's not about the shelter alone. It's also about shaping them for the foreseeable or the unforeseeable future. A lot of children, if they get a little bit of attention, whatever may have cropped up in their mind as evil will change, vanish, vamoose, fizzle out. We'll be talking about TikTok. If you want to know about it, you can just email. Just send an email to the address, take them off the street at gmail.com. The number 2 will also be shared. They have a branch there in Nigeria. Then the head office is here in the United States. All over there, like about 12 countries now. 12 countries across 3 continents in the world. So if you want to be a part of it, you can also help a child. It's a non-profit, it's a non-money making organization. But a lot of people they have really, invested into it. Thank you as you be a part of that. Please don't forget to share this program. I'm begging you in the name of God. Just take a minute out. You can see what my face, whether you want to say it's ugly or it's fine. Please, just take like 1 minute off. I don't mind. You can just go off for 1 minute. You can just minimize yourself. But if you can't, if you don't have that technical know-how or professional know-how, just go out. Go to your Facebook page. Share. Go on. Don't forget, the YouTube address is Valentine Benga Oropo. If you want to watch it, it's streaming live on YouTube right now as I'm talking to you, Valentine Benga Oropo, and it's also streaming live on Facebook, Valentine Benga Olasende, so you can watch it on either of those channels. We have quite a field day today. So we'll be having the program for like about 1.5 hours, 2 hours, and then we'll have time to. And immediately after this time out, after the next musical clip, I will be talking about the Tampan election. Theater Arts and Moving and Motion Pictures Association of Nigeria. That's the meaning of Tampan. We'll be talking about their elections, who is the outgoing president, who is the incoming president, the theatrics that surrounded it, the shaking of the table, the big men, when they try to. There are some people who have turned themselves into lords. So it's more of, most elections have become elections, not only at the national level, not within the federal government confines alone, but even in our small clubs, small associations. So there are a lot of people, they just want to stand and say that, okay, this is the next person. And they feel that their own choice is superior to every other person's choice. Is it? All these elections that we do, are they really elections or selections? That is part of what we're going to be discussing today when we get to the vice presidential debate. But while we do that, I want you to listen to this track. And then when I come back, because we have to wipe out all those people that I'm talking about. When we come back, the program will start. My name is Valentine Bengola said, don't go away. I'll be right back. Yeah, I was saying that if you know what I am eating right now, because I'm going to take just about 1 more minute and I'm going to continue eating. I'm breaking all. This is social media. This is not mainstream media. So I can eat. A friend of mine called me and said, you were doing this one. One day I carried 1 big bottle. And he said, it's supposed to be with cup and all that. I said, this is off the hook. This is off the hook. This is social media. I dare not do that. I'm a trained broadcaster, 28 years down the line. I won't do that on any of my radio or TV programs, especially TV programs where they can see you. But social media, the that I will not do on social media is lie. Me, I won't join all those fake news carriers. I won't do all that. No, I don't want to say shit. I can say shit. Social media. I won't do all that shit on my own program. Lie, no. False allegation, no. If I hear, I will say, I hear. If they talk, I will say, then talk am. Say, not that you come and just bamboozle people with allegations, false accusations, and all that. Okay, it's the music of Evi Edna Ogoli, and it says, wipe them out. I want to continue eating. First person to write what I'm eating, collect money, $100, or an equivalent of $100. That's about how much in Nigerian money? 30-something thousand. That's a lot of money. Right now, you have 1 minute.
Creation, wipe them out, I can teach them some lesson, 'cause they my evil, they my bad creation. Me went shopping in a supermarket, half of the things I bought were fake. Groundnut oil adulterated, even detergent mystery son. Water disaster and situation, selling poisoned food all because of money. Wipe them out, I can teach them some lesson, 'cause they my evil, they my bad creation. Wipe them out, I can teach them some lesson.
Share the program. Share it, and share it. I beg you. How many times have you shared now? Because I'm going to check your wall and I'm going to see who's been sharing. You can also copy the link and put it on your friend's WhatsApp for them to see in case they're not on Facebook. Most people are on WhatsApp almost all the time of their life, So people that I'm talking about, they know themselves. So please just share on all the social media platforms. Copy the link on YouTube, copy the link on Facebook, and let somebody just hear about it because the program is about to get hot.
These a punishment away these people, cause them are lacking sensitivity. Oh, wipe them out, I can teach them some lesson, 'cause they my evil, they my bad creation. Wipe them out, I can teach them some lesson, 'cause they my evil, they my bad creation.
Some people go down, they abuse me tire. I see this by saying, why is this? You guys know, oh man, you missing what I'm doing right now.
Everywhere, wonder why this is so. Evil that men do lives after them. Malicious people try to change your ways. Your next victim can be your brother. Your next victim can be your sister. Oh, wipe them out, Jaja, teach them some lesson, 'cause they my evil, they my bad creation. Wipe them out, Jaja, teach them some lesson, 'cause they my evil, they my bad creation. Wipe them out, Jaja, teach them some lesson, 'cause they my evil, they my bad creation.
Let's wipe them out and teach them some lessons. All the bad eggs in our society, in your club, in your association, in your family, everywhere, all the bad eggs, let's wipe all of them out.
Wipe them out, judge and teach them some lesson, 'cause they my evil, they my bad creation. Wipe them out, judge and teach them some lesson, 'cause they my evil, they my bad creation.
Okay, now, welcome on board. If you are joining, if this is your first time, this is Plenty Talk from the Diaspora, a program that talks about Africans, Africa, the people therein, what they do, what goes wrong and what they're doing right through the diasporan perspective. It's a window of expressing Africa from another perspective. So if we're talking about policemen in Africa, particularly in Nigeria, we'll be making reference to such issues, looking at the policemen here. They are called cops in America. In some other places, they call them sheriff. But whatever they call them, police is police, because that's the general name. For the first time I heard in my life, the meaning of police, something officer, prosecuting officer, and legal something. The meaning of police for the first time. It might be just be coined by somebody because I don't know. But for the first time in my life, I saw it this last week. Now, I told you the first thing we're going to be talking about is the movie industry, the entertainment industry. The entertainment industry in Nigeria has taken a tall order, has been politicized. What they are bringing out can be tantamount to what we call ridicule, smokescreen, and charade of the societal identity. And who do we blame? We blame the so-called government from the time immemorial, especially from the 80s, during the time of Babangida. We are going to call names today. Whether you are a president, senator, or anything, we are going to call names today. And trust me, nothing will happen. The problem we have in Nigeria is like we don't know our rights. We don't know our fundamental human rights. So we are too scared. We turn these people to gods immediately they have an appointment. Because you are there in public office. You are there to serve me because you are making money. You are taking money from me. Money meant for all of us. You are supposed to make money, not take money, not chop money, not steal money. So I'll get angry a little bit. I told you the energy will come because when I start talking about all these people, you know that the energy will always come. Now I'm talking about the entertainment. Let me tell you something that I observed. Recently, I saw the conglomerate of artists. They went to do something for Buhari, like an endorsement. Okay. Personally, everybody can go and endorse, but you are not supposed to endorse anybody under any umbrella. That is wrong. Let anybody challenge me in court. Especially those of us who are supposed to be AJIP, any government in power. That is the party some association belong to. Like all these professional bodies, MBA, NMA, TAMPAN, AGN. We're supposed to belong to any government in power, not to root for somebody to become. When they become, you can work with them as a government, not in a political structure. Now, point number one, why will Boda Jide Kosoko Olu maintain? Do you expect me to call Olu Boda? Excuse me? Olu maintain. And the rest of their ilks went and then they were drawing support for Buhari. I'm supporting Buhari, but that is personal. Buhari is not the best candidate for me in Nigeria. Neither is Atiku an option. But right now, between the two of them, just like everybody is doing, bam, I'm taking the lesser evil. I'm not going for Atiku. If Buhari lose, in Arwa Angulu de Kizo, it not concern me. If Atiku win, good riddance to bad rubbish. Nigeria don't enter one chance. He go sell Nigeria one day, collect change from China. You can see what Peter Obi has been talking about. I keep telling people that these people have a marriage with the Asian community. That's why everything in Nigeria is made in China. No thanks to people like Obi. In that presidential debate, we'll come to that later. Everything was talking about is the new name that they call Obi now is Mr. China. All right, I was talking about the Tampan people, agent, the entertainment industry. All these actors. You see how many films have they made? Somebody has laid that allegation, and you see that it's the ladies that are buying mansions. The men, what are you doing? Odunlade has done a lot of movies. Some other people have done a lot of movies, but they are not buying mansions. But the ladies are buying mansions now everywhere. Is it true? Is it the money you are making in movie that you are using to buy mansion? I'm saying. Adabanpo gede bi enpe yele ogbo. Eyelegbo on tirini. In English, the dove sings in Proverbs as if the pigeon understandeth not. The pigeon understands. Pretense is what he decides to do. Clap for me if you think it makes sense. It's only the ladies that are buying mansions, including Linda Ikeji. That one don't enter controversy now. Although she has always been a controversial person too, like me. But now people are not even talking about the child, the baby mama again. It's Linda Ikeji's mansion now. Somebody said Linda does not have money to buy that kind of mansion because not only she get blog, people who don't blog before herself, they never buy that kind of mansion. They said he's one billionaire politician, businessman. Now I buy the house for him. Her private life don't not concern me. I don't come and talk about people's private life here, especially when it comes to family, emotional. It not concern me. My own, they my body. But anything that has to do with other people, societal, national, federal, you enter one chance if you do anything. That's why I'm going to be mentioning names here. I don't mention how many people name now. But Ajide Kosako and the rest of them, they plenty go watch that movie. You go see, go watch, you go see them for YouTube. Because I'm talking about Tampan, that's why I'm mentioning but Ajide Kosako. You will see the reason later. They go to endorse Atiku. But okay, he will say, is he the only one? What about Uncle Ogabelu? You know, a lot of allegations have been flying around in the last 1 week now that Ogabelu is supporting PDP because his son is an SA in special advisor to the governor of Kwara State on arts, SSA tourism. Ask anybody. I be in Oga. Now me carry and come drama. Now law in they do that time. Now me come tell am one day. The dad came all the way from Lagos, brought a tube during his I think he was the president of, I can't remember the club again. I think MBA or the legal during his set in the university. And I tell him, why are you the shy from me? You have this platform. Controversy for another day. Everybody like better thing. I mean, if I want to ascribe myself to better thing. To those of you who are talkers, they say, fight day between Femi Adebayo, Jelili Ogabelu, and Valentine. It not concern you. I will say this anywhere. He no one day disrespect me. Trust me. I will not say what he did not do. If we have our issues, it's purely professional. Purely professional. Thank you very much, my brother Ogungbe. How is Niger? You run for code. Go join for Niger. Don't worry, you'll come back here. Call they wear your thick jacket again. All right. Now, look at all these major players in the entertainment industry. Everybody is now pitching tent. I remember some time ago, you know, some conglomerate of artists, they also came to Kwara State. They were going in trailers. So what a very disrespectful sight. Celebrities were now rooting for politicians because here in the United States, if you want to root for somebody, you go and root for that person as an individual. You can see tomorrow Ken West will say, okay, he's supporting this person. You can see Bobby Brown. But I don't think anybody should do it with the name of the association. Now, these people that I'm talking about, they go under the aegis of our professional feed. Sometimes they may not use the name Tampa. But okay, where you see Ogabelu, you see Femi Ogabelu, you see Femi Adebayo, you see Feti Abalogun, you see this one, you see that one, you see Odunlade, you see all of them. Man, I think it is not okay. Individually, everybody can have his own. You can pitch your tent. But I don't think people should do that professionally, as in using the professional. Some people use the name of association to go and beg for money, lobby for money. When they collect that money on behalf of the association, they pocket it. they will take a representation and they call it a powerful, solid representation of the association. It happens in almost all the entertainment. P-Man, they do them. Man-P, they do them. AGN, they do them. ANG, they do them. Tampan, ANTP. They package themselves. I remember some time ago, I'll mention Emeka Ike. Come carry me. If you meet me for road, you know if you beat me. A lot of people do allegation on top of Emeka Ike head. That time when him and Binabo, when they correct, I may be president of Actors Guild of Nigeria. That time I was the chairman in Kwara State, Actors Guild of Nigeria. Me and Ibinabo, we fight, not be small, professionally. But something I will not forget to say about Ibinabo is like, she's a woman of substance. She has the heart of that industry, that profession in mind. I don't know. Some people will say that she has made money because of, through AGN. I don't know. I don't have the evidence. But one thing that I know is that she's passionate about the industry. She was a one-time Miss Nigeria. That girl fine. Well, she may have used that status as president to get money, but I don't know. And I don't have any evidence if she has stolen money from AGM. A lot of people say that, okay, what about all the money we pay for ID card? Where are the ID cards? Go ask Diamond Bank. I can say it authoritatively that it is Diamond Bank that provides identity card for AGM members because we pay directly into their bank. Whatever it is, like when you join AGN, you get an ATM card, which also serves as your membership card. But went wrong along the line, I don't know what. Some people are asking me that this program today, yes, program today. That's why I said you people should just help me to share. Just share. Just share, and share. Tampan. So, members of Tampan, please stop using our name. People in the entertainment industry, stop using the professional body's name to lobby for money, for influence, for power. You can use personal fame. There's nothing wrong with Femi Adebayo being the SA. No, he's a Nigerian. He has worked for it. He deserves it. No. I don't belong to that class of people that we say that no, he doesn't belong. He does not deserve it. He deserves being that SA. Quote and unquote. He deserves it. He has contributed a lot to the entertainment industry. I don't know how much of tourism he understands, but since that industry is also under the tourism department in Kwara State, he deserves it. But let's just not politicize it. Takute kakaka ebiti tí ò gbójú ní òní pàgbé pátákó ẹkùn tèmi kakaka ní ìtajà lẹ́nu. I don't know. I have told people not to call me, but some of these people will not just listen. I've been saying don't call, but they keep calling. Please, if you are watching this program, please don't call me. I beg you in the name of God. I don't want to start embarrassing people by saying this is your name and then you are the one disturbing the program. Please don't call me because I need this line. Thank you very much for the call anyway. It might just be a coincidence. So that's about that. Now, they had their election yesterday, or we had our election because I'm still a member of Tampa. And I'm the one that is coordinating, not Tampa, no, the artists in United States. We have different ones, but I'm also one of the coordinators. We're bringing all the artists in the United States because practically a lot of us are not even, we're not doing the job professionally here, except maybe for just one commercial, that shoot and all that. But we're trying to see if we can just come up with something very big. We have quite a number of us here. Stars, United States star-studded. You know, I don't want to mention it because some people don't even want you to know that they are here. But trust me, a lot of artists, the big ones, the people who know the job, not all those people that just join acting because they want their face to be known or because there's nothing to do. Now, 3 levels of artists, the one that knows the job and they are doing the job, they want the job and all that. The one that who don't have work to do, they were following their friend to location, and because they just feel like, okay, there's nothing, let me just be doing it. And then the 3rd level are those that, hey, I want to be famous. I just want, whether you know how to do it or you don't, let them just see me. That's why you find out that the acting now, or let me say, the movie industry is now saddled with a lot of makeup, makeovers. It's more of dressing. People see appearances now. They're not even listening to the plot or the character performance of individuals anymore. May also rest in peace. Gone are the times of Lydia Ajayi Lasset. Man, people don't act. Chief Coco close. That's for another day. So, right now, I can boldly tell you that Oluwamuson, I know his name is Amuson, but people call him a different name. Baba Latin is now the national president of Theatre Arts and Motion Pictures Practitioners Association of Nigeria. Tampan is now the president. The PRS is my friend. Most of the time we are not on the same page. He likes to abuse me. I don't like to abuse him. But in my defense sometimes, I know it's characterized by a reply to his insult sometimes. But pardon me, no Shinisha. Yomi Fashlanso is still the PRS, is in charge of public relations. Who else do I know? I know that Toro from Kwara State is the new Auditor General, I think. Yeah. And I know that Fetia Balogun, Fetia Padimi, she just left the United States now. We were together when she came. She's the new treasurer. Who else do I know again? I will run through the list for you later in the program. And then at the state level, one of the hottest points was my state during the election, Kwara State. If you are from Kwara State, I hope you are listening. Kwara State is one of the oldest cradle of entertainment in Nigeria. A lot of you may not know. Go and look back to history. Look at all the people that have risen up in entertainment. Alhaji Ayinla Kollington, Lagbaja, Saheed Balogun. Those that are not from Kwara State grew up in Kwara State. Odoladipo, even Onyajejobi passed through Ilorin. Oga Bello passed through Ilorin. Jide Kosoko passed through Ilorin. A lot of them. Not to talk of those who are on stage. The real actors are those that you don't really see in movies. Most of them do stage performances. But now that we're in the era of digital expression, people find it difficult to go and watch stage plays, not like before. They prefer to sit in the comfort of their room. Welcome those of you that are just joining. This is Plenty Talk from the Diaspora. I'm talk plenty today. Those are the dissector. So Kwara State has been a cradle of entertainment, music, acting, even drawing, anything that is called art and it's or that is artistic, including me, homegrown. I've featured in over 200 plays. I can tell you that I've climbed the biggest stages in Nigeria when it comes to theatrical expressions. I've acted in the biggest plays, inside and outside. And you still have a lot of quality actors in Kwara State, but government is not helping them. A place where they will act and government will be giving them 4,000 after rehearsing for 1 month. That is not fair. That is part of the issue that I had with the state government. That's part of the reason that the problem that I had with Femi, because he's the SA and he's the one that put that program together. How can you have a program and pay artists 4,000? Some of these people, that's how they feed their family. For 1 month, night, day, sleeping at rehearsal venue, and then at the end of the day, after a whole month, they take 4,000 naira, 5,000 naira. I crazy, and I know what I'm worth. I know what I'm worth. Nigerian level now, we take speak English now. Some people will say, okay, he's not speaking like an American. No, not like I can't do that, but then, what form, man? I'm talking to you Africans, so Africans should listen to me as Africans, and non-Africans should listen to me as non-Africans. But right now, we're doing plenty talk from the diaspora. So if we talk out small, we bring out that small. I said Kwara State was one of the hottest places. The election was between one guy called Adeyi and Suleiman Akikanjuede. That name Akikanjuede, I mean give him. I mean write that proposal. They call Akikanjuede. Now 3 of us supposed to start that program. But I can say, Valentine, Oloyibo ni now. Surely Sunjala ni. Can you chant Ijala, can you do panegyrics? I said, why not? But he said, no, no, no. Okay, you already have an English program. Okay, you can have, you have a program in English language, so you can just sustain that, keep that. We'll just create another slot for you too. Okay. Can you do this one, this one? Okay, no problem. He was the programs manager then. So, Aki Kanji and Ajayi, it was a fierce battle, especially when it comes to people being mentored by senior citizens. Adeyi had his own supporters. Some of them are big men in Tampan, Kwara State. Even at the national level, so they got involved. You know, one boy even came up with a video. I was saying that I also don't agree with that video. There's a way that you can say it, that you can be saying the truth, and you know, there are some things they call them respectful insults. No, not even insults. No. Don't let us use the word insult. You can be respectful and still say what's on your mind. I don't want to use the word insult. So it was a fierce battle. As I'm talking to you right now in Kwara State, Tampan is divided. Some people may not want me to say so, but I'm saying it authoritatively. So much that there's a creation of a new association now, just because of that election. Some people feel they are being cheated, that the person who became the governor has been imposed on them. That was an imposition. So they have gone to reform them. Whether that is good or bad, I will get to the root of that, and then we'll come back and talk about it. At the local level, from the report reaching me, a lot of people say it's also still selection, that the elders in each of the local governments already know. This one is all over the country. But when we say all over the country, Tampan, you should work on mobilization. Theater arts and motion picture practitioner of Southwest, that's what they should be calling it. It's not of Nigeria. This thing I've said it severally at the national convention. When we call something national, it must have a northern spread, western spread, southern spread, eastern spread. The bulk of Tampan is just around the Yoruba axis, the southwest. And then you say you have Tampan. People who act movies from Kaduna or from Kano, they came for convention. They always see the activity. You should have, if it is Theater Arts and Motion Picture Practitioner Association of Nigeria, you have the Igbos, bring them in. Are you scared? Some people say that why they don't want the spread is because those people want to sit on top of government. They don't want competition. If you want spread, the same problem FIBAN has. That's Freelance and Independent Broadcaster Association of Nigeria. You guys should spread. The association is good, the policies, the philosophies, everything good. But then people are scared. They don't want competition because some people just want to remain forever. They want to remain in power forever. It's not an everlasting privilege. Nobody does. Nobody has that. It's only God has everlasting right, everlasting privilege to everything. He can kill you. He can tell you wake up again. So, entertainment in Nigeria has taken a tall order. AGN is in chaos. P-Man, they are a little bit reconciled now, but you have a lot of warring factions. Some of these artists don't even want to join because even the people who are supposed to regulate them are not doing anything. The people who regulate the movies that come out in Nigeria, they are not doing anything. You see some stupid, horrible, senseless, nonsensical movies on the store, and they even put it on YouTube. These things represent the image of Nigeria. You are telling me about the Yoruba tribe, where I come from, as a proud Yoruba prince. You are telling me the story of my life, and you are saying it in a way that is going to be derogatory to me wherever I go. Why is it that every problem in Nigeria, especially Nigerian home video, should be solved through spiritual means? Are you saying there are no intellectual capacity for people to have solutions to their problems? If you see somebody stealing in a movie, the next thing, like for them to find out who has stolen, they have to go to Babalawo or go to a pastor or go to an afa. That's rubbish. It's around nonsense. Why do we have forensics? That we have a criminal investigation department. Why do we have the Homeland Securities? Why do you have the SSS in Nigeria? Why do you have the CID? Why do you have the CIBs? It's a crazy world. I get pissed off by all these things. And you see, they have a regulator. There's something called the censor board. There's the Nigeria copyright, whatever. All they do is like copyright. What is it? What are you copyrighting? People go into plagiarism all the time. Lagbaja released an album. Before he did his own launching, we were already buying it at 150. He's selling at 500. 150 on the street. At the end of the day, do you know how much that guy has invested into produce that movie? He's supposed to be a super rich artist. Yet nobody is doing it. And then government is funding them, giving them so much money for promoting piracy, for promoting for oh goodness God. And all these things have been regimented from the national level to the state level to the local level. Nothing is, even standard organization of Nigeria, they are not doing anything. Gone are the days when you have standard things. Everything that you have in Nigeria now that is made in Nigeria is substandard. Substandard to the real world. That's why when you go to and buy something in Nigeria or in Africa, you go and ask and you say, do you want the original or do you want the fake? It's crazy. People come out with music, with lewd lyrics. They are telling people to smoke. They are telling people, I want to be high. I want to be this. And then nobody is regulating all these things. These are the people who form models for our young ones. The boys in college, the boys in high school, they are looking at all these musicians. They want to dress like them. They want to talk like them. So everybody is talking about, you imagine when people are talking about tramadol that is not good. Then one musician is singing and saying that, as much as I dance to the melody, I'm not going to deny that, I dance to it. But then, I don't agree with the lyrics. I don't agree with the lyrics. I think something should be done. At least, there should be a level of modesty. And what are these regulatory bodies? What are they doing? The Nigerian movie, or what do you call censor board, they are the most irresponsible, unperforming regulatory body I've ever seen. Movies that some people will just take, maybe they just go around their houses, they look for their cousin's house, their brother's house, and they look for one story. The next thing is like they are doing silly things. Stories that even a 4-year-old cannot say that, okay, I am the one that plotted this one. And they put it on the market. And then they will say that, okay, yes, they have approved it. It passed through the censor board. Why can't you write stories? Stories that will tell the tales of our progenitors, of our forefathers, that will put us in the good state, in good light. I give it to Kunle Afolayan. He's doing a good job. At least I worked with him a couple of times. Look at the way he portrays Nigeria. Yes, despite the fact that they call us the dark continent, they call us the third world country, yet he brings out the best out of our culture. Movies should be about cultural content. If you want to go into sci-fi, you want to go into fictional tales, you want to go into scientific explanation, fine. But when you are telling the story of the people, it should be about culture. You will never see an Englishman or you see an American man dressed in Agbada trying to tell his own story. It's only in Nigeria they will say that somebody is going to the palace as a chief and is wearing suit. What F13? What are you trying to say? Are we scared of our culture? Forget this one that you are seeing me. Because I'm coming to you, I'm talking. Most of the time I wear my native. I want the Oyibo to even know that I'm a Nigerian. Some people are not proud of where they come from. Forget about all those stupid things that the Transparency International is saying about Nigeria being the most corrupt nations, being the most backward, this one, that one. It's all nonsense. Criminality in other countries is even worse than what you have in Nigeria. It's just like they are organized in crime, that's all. They do their own with a level of coordination. They kill people all over the world. There are some states, some towns where they kill more than what they kill in the whole of Nigeria in a whole day is what they do in just one city in some other parts of the world. But we should not encourage killing all over the world. We should stop killing. Whatever you do, report any case, any suspicious case, report to the police. You may be helping somebody to still remain alive. We're talking about entertainment now. I'll soon cross over to the vice presidential debate, which is the main thing that we want to talk about today. Please, are you sharing this thing? Somebody may just get something that he or she, that may transform his or her life. Or maybe the person needs that information. AGN right now, as I'm talking about, Actors Guild of Nigeria, is the largest and the biggest professional acting body in Nigeria. Is the only association of actors that has a national spread. You see AGN in Taraba, you see in Enugu, you see in Onitsha, you see in Gongola, you see in Kwara. They are not like Tampa. Tampa is just in about 6 states or 7. But they are formidable. But formidability is still a level of mediocrity. That's what I'm saying. You know, when you say that Zobo is so good, wait until when you taste correct juice. Bring your Zobo to America. You change your mind. When somebody says, I like mama, poverty exaggerated, poverty expressed. Dash and Bokoto, or come and take turkey breast in America. You change your mind. What is mama? You may savor it when you season and all that. Mama has no value. You don't get anything. Story for another day. So, Tampan, you guys have to put your house in order, because if you don't put your house in order, there's still going to be creation and recreation of other association coming out of you. Don't forget the story of Tampa. Tampa was once ANTP, but because of one Ashaolu who was giving them problem, they decided to leave the association for him. Ashaolu should go and think. If they say let me say so. I gave him an interview some time ago. I had an interview when he came to Kwara. Really Kwara. How can about 98% of an association leave you, only you? Okay, you have won, you went to court and you won. Okay, 98% migrated out of ANTP, formed Tampa, and they left only 2%. In fact, the 2% now, another 1% has joined, because Jim Aliu that was following him has now decided to dump him and join Tampa. They let it. Actually, you have to rethink. I mean, sometimes you have to let your ego, just leave it. Let off your ego. If you want to be president, people say they don't want you. Is it by force? Me, sometimes I like to serve. Well, when you want to serve and people say, okay, it's not you they want. Wait until when they want you. So the problem between Adeyi and Akikanju in Kwara State for the governorship of Tampa became so much that even their young boys and girls turned themselves into bitter rivals. Some are not speaking to each other as I'm talking to you now. Definitely some powers will control the mainstream. But there are some powers, even some, I've seen situations where somebody has left the group. They are forming their own, they've already started having meetings. If you don't know me, I'm telling you. State level. At the local level too. It's the elders. They sit down and say, okay, it's you that you want as chairman. At the end of the day, that chairman will get to meet and can't talk. Tampa, end of discussion. I will only be referring to you when I go on the program. I'm going to the main topic for today, which is the vice presidential debate. It took place yesterday, the 14th of December in the year 2018. It was a hot 2.5 hours debate. We'll be talking about it, we'll be looking at it, and then we'll be looking at the candidates. Who did it better? We'll be talking about it. And then, is it just about talks? It is easy to talk, but when they get there, will it not just be like a words of the mouth that ends up just on the tip of the tips? I mean, on the tips of the lips? Does saying translate to doing? We'll be talking about that. Let me give you this music. And the music is the music of Raskimono. And he's going to introduce us to our next topic. You want to hear it? Here it goes. What a guan. What a guan in this country.
Mama Africa!
Yes, man!
You can understand what one is the country nation now. Accent coming on now.
What a guan, it is our country. Hey, hey,
What's a boy
and
in
it's
this
our
nation?
nation.
Please start one more time. What's a boy in this country? I mean, I know. What's a boy in this nation? Zawalale,
Sawana wana lele, sawana la.
zawalale, what a big one.
How old were you when this music came out?
A woman can get no food to eat. What a big one.
Unfortunately, the coroner of this song just passed away this year.
Murder.
Rastaman Raskimono.
Or they must have them are running big over. What a big one.
Arguably, his, should we say, is the best reggae artist that has ever come out of Nigeria. You want to mention people like Magic Fashek? Who else you will mention? Let's look at their songs. We're going to talk about that maybe. It's going to be a good topic one day. We're going to be bringing all their songs and see who actually has influenced the reggae community most.
Zawalale,
Sawala lele.
zawalale, zawalale, what a big one. What a big one. No starvation in a this nation. No for killing in a this country. No place to sleep and no work to do. No money to spend and no food to eat. What's a boy in this country? What's a boy in this nation? Lord have mercy. What's a boy in this country? I mean, I know. What's a boy in this nation? Zawalale, 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 what a big one, what a big one. Illegal detention without no trial. What a big one, what a big one. You them are running up and move their material. What a big one, what a big one. See the turn of picture in a sexual attraction. What a big one, what a big one. No better big in a definition.
If you ask me, I don't really know what's going on in Nigeria. I don't know, and nobody. It seems like nobody knows.
I mean, I know. What's a boy in this nation?
5 people participated in the vice presidential debate yesterday, and those who participated were Yemi Osinbajo of the APC, who is the incumbent vice president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We have Peter Obi. In America, we call it Peter. And he will represent the People's Democratic Party, PDP. And we have Omar Getso of YPP, Alhaji Abdul Ganiu Galadima, ACPN. He was a one-time presidential candidate. I think the guy is from Ilorin. And Khadija Abdullahi Iya of ANN. Those are the 5 people that participated yesterday in the vice presidential debate.
Lord have mercy. What's a boy in this country? I mean, I know. What's a boy in this nation? Zawalale, zawalale,
Let me just quickly tell you some of the fallout of the debate, and this is what some people are saying. Let's just go through a couple of tweets and what newspapers reviews were for the day. And this one is Atiku reacting. He was saying this on his official page, Twitter page, and he said, "I watched with pride as Peter Obi laid out our vision to get Nigeria working again." That is for Peter. Then, in his second part where he concluded the tweet, he said, "Can't wait for the presidential debate, 2019 debate." It means that Atiku is ready. But okay, let's look at the first part of his tweet, where he said, "I watched with pride." What's the pride? That Peter Obi did well, that he articulated, because that's their slogan. But the question is, was Peter Obi very articulate yesterday? All the things he said were, can you really classify them as being articulated, properly articulated? Not as in article. But that was what he said. And some other people had something else to say. Let me look at what Omokri said. I'm trying to see if I can get that.
Now who I go out? The reason why I'm silent or quiet, yeah. The things where I they see, where I they hear, I know go lie past me. Oh, I want to tell the story, but I've got to tell it from the starting.
Listen to this because of our time. I really want to get up to this, and I have a lot to say about this. And I want you guys to listen. And this is where I want you to also come up with your comments, because I really need you. Oh, I've been having some comments here. Man, I'm sorry about that. I was taken away by... I'm so sorry, those of you that have been sending comments. I'm so sorry. Some of them are already belated. They were asking, oh my God, I have so many people watching. Which kind of person I can be now? Eh? Nah, guy, no, I'm already where I'm at. How far are you there? Oh, the program, man. A man follow you gone. I follow you. Tayo Adewiye, my buddy. One of my comments. Tayo Adewiye, do you know what is happening today? Do you know that our set, I won't tell them, I don't want people to know how young or how old I am. Do you know that our set, they are sitting, as I'm talking to you now, they're sitting somewhere in Lagos now. They're having another reunion for this year. I'm not going to tell anybody how many years. If you want to find out. Yetunde Honey's Balog Abdul Wahab Adelagun. Honey's of Kwara. Bimbo Bello. Adegoke Wuraola Gold. I have so many people online. I don't know. Please, I want you to keep sharing. Honest, share to all your friends. Bimbo Bello, share. Adegoke Wuraola Gold. Please share. All of you should just please share. I'm sorry about the questions that you guys have asked. Patricia Soje. Hey, sweetie. Take 1,005 million kisses. But make your husband know. So they give you digital kiss. Tell him that I'm your big brother. Big brother. Friend too. It's been a long time. I think I've not seen you in like about 10 or 15 years. Quite a while. That's a long time. But thank God to internet. Olatunji Asimiu Kolawole, one of our FIBAN guys. I can't remember his own post, but I know he's one of the FIBAN executives. Richard Oyeyinka. Richard, if you are still watching and you are listening, I'm talking about my friend Richard Oyeyinka Oyeyola. He's one of those guys that I respect. And I always want to when we have our argument, I like to go back and consider his own school of thought. And I would like to bring you up on this chat today. I'm waving at you, and I want you to make a request, and I will grant your request to please come online. I would like you to please come online, Richard. And I always like to have conversations with you, especially on issues like this. Okay. I'm trying to add some people so that they can come in as Richard. But that may take me some time. Richard, if you are watching me, just send an invitation and I will just accept you so that we can have you right, and then people can see your face, they can hear your voice loud and clear. And that's going to go a long way. Okay. I was talking about some of the fallout of yesterday's vice presidential debate that ended up between only two people. That's what I think. That's what I believe. If you like, believe it. If you like, don't believe it. But for me, that debate was just between two people. It was strictly between Atiku and Buhari, meaning that it was between Peter Obi and PYO. For some time, when I see people write PYO, sincerely speaking, from my heart to heart, from my church mind, I do not know what PYO means. Until one day, I now my intellectual stimulation just prompted me. Why would you not know PYO? Professor Yemi Oshibajo, that's the meaning. I'm also just telling some of you, you don't know. Don't make it look like you know. Okay. Daily Trust. Daily Trust said about the vice presidential debate, he said what Osinbajo Peter Obi proved to Nigerians. This was said by Omokri. You know Omokri? Omokri was the former aide to ex-president Goodluck Jonathan, and he has reacted to Friday's debate between vice presidential candidate of the All Progressive Congress, APC, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, his People's Democratic Party counterpart, Peter Obi, and others. And these are the things that translated. He said, okay, let me just read from the paper. He said, 5 candidates contesting for the vice presidency on Friday engaged in a debate. It was supposed to be a debate, but for some of them, it was not. They were not debating. When we go by the definition of what a debate is, some of them were not debating. Those who participated were Yemi Osinbajo, APC, Obi, and I already mentioned their names. Obi, while speaking on economy issues in Nigeria, criticized Buhari's administration for focus on mainly fighting corruption at the expense of the state of the nation. Pam. Obi was reiterating severally. Everything he was talking about was more on economy, and then he was saying that why would Buhari's administration concentrate only on corruption? And he cited an example that's in most of Nigerian dailies, most of the tweets I've read today, most of the accounts I've seen on social media, is saying that why person wey get shop go live in shop, can't they follow thief? That is not proper. Osinbajo, quickly in his response, did not even allow it to land. Said that, okay, if you leave thief, make it a thief. One day you go enter your shop, you not go buy it, you not go meet anything there again. Osinbajo, in response, blamed PDP rule for 16 years for the rot in the country, adding that corruption has to be eradicated before Nigeria can grow. First thing, before we start going into these allegations, I'm going to streamline my talks, my opinions, and my comments to what both of them say more. Then we're going to touch what others do, what they said. But then, because for me, the debate was actually between those two. Even when you look at the comments that was streaming on live during the program, you find that most people were not talking. Most people were not commenting on what the others were saying. They were rather saying that, this woman is good, she's not bad. It would have been better if she was in this party. She's better. That Abdurrahman, he's not speaking good English. That one from ACPN, he doesn't really understand economy so much. That girl, she was just repeating. She's not composed and all that. But when people want to when comments are taken either of Osinbajo and Peter Obi, they take them up on issues of polity, issues of politics, issues of economy, and issues of growth and development. Listen to what he said. If you allow criminals to steal, this was what he did, was his own reply. If you allow criminals to steal all the inventory in the shop, there will be no shop. That's the problem. And that was what has happened in Nigeria in the past 16 years. It's what the World Bank told us, that the major cause of our poverty is corruption. World Bank is looking at Nigeria through the economic window. You know, when people refer or they make reference to some of these institutions, I look at them and say, how much of us do this institution know? You know, Transparency International will come and rubbish Nigeria and all that. As much as I agree with them on transparency issue, but sometimes I don't believe in their statistics. Especially when they come out with their indexes. Thank God for the likes of Wole Soyinka. Before, we were just forced to immerse ourselves into all their bullshit data and statistics. World Bank made that reference based on their economic knowledge of the country. What about some other surrounding environmental factors of economics and the economy of Nigeria? Defense can affect economy. Security can affect the economy, because it is only when the country is at peace that the economy thrives. What about our cultural standards, cultural values? What do they know about that? For them to say that the only problem we have in Nigeria is corruption. It's not only corruption. We have religious problem. We have ethnic bigotry. We have so many problems. I agree. Let anybody disagree with me. I can mention names of people who are likely to disagree with me if they are watching. One of them may be engaged right now because my set, they're having a reunion now in Lagos. One of them is John Yakubu. If you are watching this, you can call him and tell him. He's a PDP man. But we agree on some certain principles. He doesn't like Buhari. No doubt about that. But I will say it to anybody that the PDP rule, once upon a time I was a supporter of PDP. I still agree with some of their own policies. I agree with some of them. The reason why I will not support PDP right now is because of my state. Majorly because of Saraki. Majorly, principally because of Saraki, because my state has been sent to the doldrum for years, not even 16 years. No development, nothing. They build 2-room apartments as clinics, as all that. You know, you go to Kwara State, you see. When you do something they call a culvert, and then you call it an overhead bridge. Go and see Kwara Poly. Mass communication students, they are over 1,000. The largest seating capacity they have for that department cannot sit up to 200 at a time. What happens to the remaining 800? That's how bad the state is. A state that had a textile industry that has been sold out. A state that had fleet of buses, cars, in the transportation scheme known as Kwara Express. Gone. They are not doing franchise. You have a car, bring it. We'll be using your car. We'll be helping you get. We have the platform. You bring your bus. Take share. A state that was making international standard of furnitures. Where's that furniture company? Kwara Furniture. Sold. Shonga Farm. It's a hoax. All lies. How many people has ever seen Shonga rice being sold? Shonga milk. Except the ones that they distribute. You see, when you go to government house or any of those government parastatals, that's where you see the Shonga milk. What does it take to make milk? In the United States or Europe, milk is one of the cheapest things. If you buy $1 of milk, you cannot finish it in 1 month. Nonsense. I'm getting angry again. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about vice presidential debate. Now, these questions were carefully selected onto like about 5 different segments. They talk about economy, they talk about growth and development, they talk about international relationship and all that. Now, first thing I want people to understand is like, those people debating, it's not supposed to be a manifesto, but they changed it to like a campaign manifesto. We have, you did not. It was allegation, counter allegation, it was promises and counter promises. This one is saying checks and this one is saying balancing. Debate, talk about how you will do. Hey, I remember I was the president of Literary and Debating Society when I was in school. And they taught us what debate was, especially when you studied English language. Debate is argument for or against. And then you will show the panel of judges and the people, your listeners. That's when you say, my accurate timekeeper, my Mr. Judge, panel of Kinikon, impartial or partial, my co-debaters, and my audience. I am of the opinion that early marriage is beneficial for girls in our society. The other person will say, I am of the opinion that early marriage is not beneficial. And then you are going to give your point why you think it. The questions were very straightforward, but most of them, and permit me to be sincere to myself. Only Osinbajo, I will give Osinbajo like about 75% of answering. I'm not saying the right things, but when questions are asked, he will answer the question. But he too, before he answers his question, he will first of all lay credence to, or he will first of all disagree with the last thing that Obi has said. Because Obi usually in his own closing remarks will always say something against APC. I wish they had told them that nobody should say anything against the other party. Just come and debate. We are asking you questions on how you want to deal with issue of subsidy. Why are you telling me that APC did it right, PDP did not get it right, ANN don't know anything about it? How do you want to deal with subsidy? They asked one of those ladies. I think the one of ANN, the vice presidential candidate. Please don't quote me, I will check. But it was one of those ladies. They asked her, where if and when you become the vice president, when you guys get to government, how many capacity of power, megawatts of power will you generate? Go and watch that thing again. There was no time that she came up with any generalized, summarized, accurate number for that question. He went to telling us about meter and meter reading and all that. That is bullshit. A primary 6 student should not be arguing like that. It is because you have over-prepared. So you have a script in your head. Now, if the question don't go according to the script that you have prepared for, then you start grumbling. You start stuttering. And then she started repeating and repeating, making repetition. And that is the person that wants to become vice president. Are you saying 200 million people cannot produce something better than that? Hell no. I have met Nigerians. Well, she tried, at least she came out, because a lot of women will not even come out. I know women who have never in their life believed that they can even become wives of councillors. Not to talk of them even contesting for the position of a chairman. All of us cannot be chairman. We all know that. All of us cannot be chairman. All of us cannot be president. All of us cannot be vice president. But at the same time, when people come out, let us see the credibility. Let us see that professional know-how. Let's see that economic know-how. Let's see what you have. Don't just bring to us some people who, because you think they are passionate about your cause and you say you want to make them vice president, or because somebody has imposed something on you because of their support for you. A lot of vice presidents are not picked by the candidate running, picked by the party formation, party structure, and they are forced on the way. Whether they can work together or they can't work together. I want you to go and watch that thing again and agree or disagree with me. At another time, especially, you see, when the man asked a question on subsidy, when he asked the first debater, you that you are going to be the last person, you should know that the question that's coming at you is going to be on the same topic, but may have a variant inclination. To some, you may say that, okay, do you want, if you get there, will you remove oil subsidy? That's a question. To another person, he may come up with the oil subsidy that we have done. How do you think we can leverage on that to impact on our economy? It means that it's already saying that don't think about removing it. If we have it, how can you use it to impact the economy? Please, I want questions on this. What do you think about that debate? Who do you think nailed it more? My brother, Prince Oyedeji Oni, you're welcome on board. He's also a senior special assistant to His Excellency. And thank you that you are listening. Unfortunately, you missed the first part of the program. I hope you'll be able to watch the recording so that you'll be able to have an insight to what I've said. So, you see, the vice presidential debate, let's give kudos to the organizers for us to even have a view of what they can say, if not really what they can do. Let's see the exhibition of knowledge in them, because the Bible said, sorry, I'm a Christian, the Bible said, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. Whatever a man says from his mouth or through his mouth is a part of, and is a function of what he thinks, of what is his head. The head, the brain, the medulla oblongata, the thinking faculty of the head, I'm trying to remember, the processor has a capacity of thinking 1,000 or like about 150 million times faster than what your mouth is going to say. Pardon me to be wrong if my number figure is not accurate. But you can imagine what you're going to say. The brain has already processed it before your mouth says that. But you see, these people, let's look at Obi, for example. For those of you who were following me yesterday, we have a lot of people joining. Adegoke, Wurola, Gold, Bimbo, I don't know, we have quite a number of people joining. Tunde Ojo, thank you. Bola Abdul, welcome. Rashid Yekini, Alara Fatih Okoma, thank you for coming. Blessing Mecca. I'll talk to you after the program. So now, let's look at Peter Obi again before I go to Yemi Osinbajo, because if I start with Yemi Osinbajo, people will say because I'm supporting him or because he's the vice president's wife. Peter Obi, with no apologies, I want to say that it's a defiant and it's rude and he does not appreciate or acknowledge constituted authority. When Professor Yemi Osinbajo came onto the platform as the vice president of Nigeria, you are supposed to walk up to him. That's the second most important person in Nigeria. Number 2 citizen, they call it. You're supposed to go to him. Osinbajo had to walk to Peter Obi. Please, pardon my bias or sentiment. Let's take that aside. Now, every time that Peter Obi says some wonderful things, but I don't believe it's facts and figures. I've gone to cross-check. A lot of the figures he was telling us was wrong. He was telling us that we were at 80 capacity, and why we were already functioning at 90% capacity in some field. He was saying that Nigeria was this. He was giving us wrong facts and wrong figures. Or let me say, okay, he was giving us facts, but the figures were inaccurate. How can you say that Nigerians have just about 2 million cars? What nonsense is that? In Nigeria, the politicians, the cars that the politicians alone have, I'm sure it's more than 5 million. People like him, how many cars does he have? Come and see Kwara State here. Come and see people who have cars. Some have 5, some have 7, some park cars, they have houses everywhere. Politicians have cars everywhere. I don't want to mention names, and if I mention names, there was a former general in Kwara State. Okay, he eventually went into politics. He has houses all over Kwara State, all over Nigeria. And when you go to some houses, you see 16 cars, you see 20 cars, some of them just covered up there. Obi has crammed too much. Obi was cramming figures, the GDP, the growth, and the indexes, so much that he was just mistaking this for that. He was mistaking the Nigerian population for the number of cars. He was, no. That's not acceptable. Let me not be too harsh on him, so that it does not go into political sentiment, because as much as this is social media, we're also obliged to be fair, especially for what I'm known for. Peter Obi was just making illustrations, was just making examples out of China. Excuse me. Do we have the same population? Do we have the same policies with China? Are we of the same age? When Nigeria was still battling for independence, China was already evolving in technology and growth and development. So there are some things when you want to say them, you say them based on the graphics, based on the statistics, based on the existing order of happenings. When people say that, yeah, our democracy is, how old is democracy in Nigeria? The first democratic rule that we had was the one that brought in Azikwe, and that was more like a child's play. And since Nigeria's independence in 1960, how many years of civil rule have we had? People will be comparing Nigerian democracy to American democracy in America that is over 200 years. Cradle of democracy. Some people will be saying British. British was not the one they are not the author of democracy. No. They believe in monarchy. That's what they do. It was a queen that, it was much later they started having prime minister and premier and all that nonsense. And then they started having presidential parliamentary system of government and all that. America, they were the author. Some form of rule that is likened to democracy had existed. Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. Even when you look at the monarchical system of government, it's still the government of the people, headed by a king or a queen. But trust me, what we have in Nigeria is not democracy. It is oligarchy. Government of the people, by a few, for the people. Government of a few people. Only 2% of the whole population of Nigeria are the people who are in charge. Not 2%, sorry, 0.2%. That's the population of our politicians, 0.2%. If you take the senators, take the House of Rep members, you look at the cabinet, the ministers too, the people in executive, all of them, they don't amount to 1%. No, I mean, when we remember what happened in Ghana during the time of Jerry Rawlings and the other of his mates. History has it, some people say that they killed some people because they want emancipation of their country and sent some people on exile. Some were forced on exile. Some that were out already were left there. I'm not saying anybody should kill anybody. I'm not saying I am one of the advocates of revolution in Nigeria, but not a militia revolution. I'm not like Nnamdi Kanu that is talking about secession. I'm not like all those people that say we should go and take arms and fight. No, I don't want to die. Neither do I want to kill anybody. I don't want to kill nobody, no. But I want us to plug out all these bad eggs, the ones in APC, the ones in PDP, the ones that are just coming up in AYM, and everybody wants to form a party. I tell Showore and his supporters, tell Showore you have a good idea. How I wish you have the structure. If Showore wins in his local government, I will be surprised. Not that he's not popular, not that people may not want to vote for him, or not that people may not wish to vote, but they may not. Because what the standard we have on ground is the standard of spinning dollar of Naira. I'll be surprised if they allow Showore to come for the presidential debate. I will be surprised if they allow him. But I will not be surprised if they did not. Because when we look at the standards of, the thing has decorum. Some people have been saying that he will be, no, they have not extended invitation to himself, said they have extended. No. Showore, I've seen him, is not really, when you go on mainstream media, not social media, I will agree with him. No apologies for anything that he has done on Sahara Reporter and anything. That's social media and that's his internet journalism. You can see all that. But you go on mainstream media, national TV, and then you start molesting Nigerians and Nigeria. No, I don't agree with that. So back to what we're saying. Now, before I move to Osinbajo, because I said the debate was actually between two people. If you agree with me, please tell me that you agree. I want to read your comments. What do you think? Do you think that debate? Okay, my friend has written something. I wanted you to come online, but you did not. Now listen to what he has to say. I'm going to read what he has written before I tell you who has written what. And he says, I'm not wearing my glasses, so pardon me. Corruption is the is the root of the tree that germinates fruits of all other bad vices in Nigeria. Tracking all other vices without tracking the root of the vice to me is effort in futility. Uproot the root. Sorry, I have to. Uproot the root, i.e. corruption. Uproot the root, i.e. corruption, will naturally wipe the bad fruit out of existence. Therefore, corruption is the main and the giant problem of Nigeria. Tackle it and 99% of the country's problems are gone. Oh, okay. So that means he's an advocate of Osinbajo's hypothetical debate or theories, because Osinbajo says that their own principles is based on wiping out corruption. That if you tackle corruption, every other aspect of Nigerian problem will likely be touched. And that's what my friend too. Now I'm going to tell you his name. His name is Richard. I don't know what's going on. Richard Oyeyola. That is his name. Please, I want others to please write their comments so that we can have them reviewed here. So now, I was talking about Peter Obi. Peter Olajide Okunayenshi, you're welcome. There is also a topic that we're going to talk about. That is, there's a problem going on in the United States. I'll just talk about it because he just reminded me. I have it on my list too. It was supposed to come before the vice president, but I will go back to it later. Some people are complaining that the leadership elements in APC, they are being sectional. They are not allowing some people to join APC. We are coming back to that. As here in the United States, you can see that problem everywhere. So now, Peter Obi kept talking about China, South Africa. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, okay, we agree that Nigeria is not doing well. But what kind of comparison is that? How do you compare? You can't even compare America with China. Two different platforms. You can say that, why can't we do this like China? Well, comparing us, excuse me. Okay, now. Sorry, I'm not going to say that in English. The way you roll a mortar, you dare not roll pots, clay pots like that. That's what it means. And then he kept talking about when China had a growth of, China, do you know the strength of the economy? China is the #1 economy in the world, even above United States. Do you know how many products come out of China per day? Do you know how many years China has invested into technology, science, and development? No. I don't agree with. I agree with him on a couple of things, but I don't agree with on his data, on his figures. I don't agree with him, and especially on his comparison. And then, this is a common thing among the debaters, especially between Osinbajo and Peter. Both of them were going for each other's jugular. Obi was trying to strangle APC. APC was trying to rip off the heart of PDP. Why do you leave leprosy and you start seeking or you start sourcing for the therapy for ringworm? We are talking about you telling us what you will do to alleviate the problem, the ills, the vices of Nigeria. And you guys were talking about some jack shit that I don't want to talk about. Man, if I had that technological wherewithal to give you dirty slaps, I would have slapped, it would be like about 70 times. Slapped other candidate like about 20, 30 times. I might not slap the vice president because he's still in power. So he may be untouchable, not like the other ones. But if I have the opportunity, if he is deprived of the easy immunity, I might give him some dirty slaps too, because why do you keep referring to Peter Obi's allegation? Why can't you just go on with the question that you've been asked? We are the audience. We have our brain. We can make assertions. We can make assessment of what you guys are saying. Okay, good. You want to debunk some claims, but then why does it have to be too much? It was unnecessarily too much, because he seems to be starting from everywhere Peter Obi stops. No. I give it to you, Professor. No. Yeah, I'm taking after you. He's a man of oration, man. Man, his oratory capacity was beyond others. Oh, he was no. But people will say that I'm being. Now, listen to this. Sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. Now, Omokri said, Osinbajo during the vice presidential debate showed Nigerians that he was still stuck in 2015, while Obi showed he was ready for the Nigeria of tomorrow. Why? Don't be surprised. Omokri is a PDP stalwart. He was an aide to former President Goodluck Jonathan. So Talilegbo fair support the Obaje relationship. Olajide Okuneye says, but PDP must tell us what they did in 16 years and why they should come back to power. Oh, well, unfortunately, the moderator did not ask that question, because the presidential debate was far beyond party politics. That is what you guys are not seeing. This is on national issues. The focus is on national integrity, national growth, national development. Everything has to do with the country, not because of a party. Have you guys forgotten that these same guys in APC, they are the ones in PDP, they are the ones in everywhere. They go to PDP tomorrow, they go to SDP tomorrow. Jerry Ghana was one time, somebody was, oh man, you guys have forgotten. You shouldn't be so quick to forget all these things. Let me tell you, those of you where they think, okay, when I did PDP today, they abuse APC. One day where your principal, that person where they give you money, where they follow, say, one day where cross back to APC, level change again. Once upon a time, how many months ago did Bukola Saraki and the rest of them, the speaker, Dogara, how many months ago did all of them cross to PDP? Now they are beginning to tell us that APC in the last how many years? Oh, we don't not in need together. Bunch of nincompoops. All the politicians. From Baba Obasanjo to Tinubu to Saraki to Buhari, all of them. Once upon a time, Buhari was also in CPC. We should stop talking about parties. Because in Nigeria, in Africa, people don't have respect for party policies. They don't really have standards. Tomorrow, because of your selfish interest, now Bukola Saraki wants, because he knows he's going to be denied the presidential ticket, he may not even get that office of the Senate president if he remains in APC. Because a lot of people believe that he rode on the back of APC to maliciously become the Senate president when he was not supposed to be. APC feels that they have not forgotten that, and they might wait for him if he decides to contest again. So the guy quickly, you know, with the cunning of a fox, quickly pack and load, enter PDP. Now some people, especially in Ilorin, some people are calling him the leader. I don't know why people are creating rivalry between him and Tinubu. I don't see the basis for comparison. Pardon me for my sentiment and bias again. How old is Bukola in politics? How old is Tinubu? Tinubu has been, those ones they were young boys to Awolowo. He was in AD, he was in Campaign for Democracy. That time, I'm older than him, even in politics. I'm older than Bukola Saraki in politics. Please, those of you calling me, please don't call me right now. Please, if you are calling me, you can only call me on this line. Please, those calling me, you can't call me on my line right now because I'm using the line. But if you want to be a part of this program, all you need to do is just go on that your page. Tell me to add you. Okay, I'm adding you. Keshi is on the line. I want to add you so that you can talk to me. I hope the line is going to be okay. Yes. I don't know. The connection is failing, but I'll keep trying to add you. Olajide Okuneye. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to add you, but let's hope that you get. Let's hope that you will be added later. So we're still talking about the debate before I move down to, because I'm almost going out of the debate, and I'm trying to wait for other people to write, but people are not writing yet. I want people. Mr. Lajide. Okay, you asked the question, and I think I've read the question. You see, you have a point, no doubt. Because when we want to transit, we are transiting from something to something. And maybe you didn't join the program early. I already said it. Especially when people talk about Baba Obasanjo. Let's give him that respect of being an elder. But for me, I don't see him as those people that you call the forefathers of Nigeria. I don't see him. He's full of lies. I have his book. I bought it. Hardcover. My watch. I have it. I have a lot of his books. And I find out that he's as unstable as the water, or as unstable as the leaf on the water. Today, you are talking about, you have written almost every president. Always writing. At the end of the day, you tell us the same person you wrote about in my watch, saying that he's worse than an infidel. He's not good. You are not saying that. You are not even rooting for support, bringing men of God into it. Those are the last two things. Men of God in politics. and then the big men in politics. Those are the last two things that we talk about when we are getting close to the end of this program. Big men in politics and then the men of God in politics. 16 years. Look at how much power. Because Obi was trying to run away from that when it was alleged. 16 years of misrule, of PDP money massacre. Do you know how much PDP invested into power? Do you know how much money Obasanjo invested into Ajaokuta? Where, and you see, Obasanjo out of these 16 years ruled for 8 good years, was gunning for another 4 years before it was truncated by those he now call his friends. The same people who did not allow him to become third time became his enemies, and now they are in the same tent. Bunch of deceiving people. That's why people call PDP people deceiving people. APC, Association of Professional Criminals. That's my own party. Keshi, see our party. It's true. I'm telling you. But that does not mean I am a card-carrying member of APC. And I have to join a party because you can't stay out of the fence and say that you want to dictate what goes on within the fence. We have just like about 30 more minutes on the program today. That's where I fought Showore. Showore should have joined a party with structure, because if Showore, I don't think he can win his local government. I don't think that he can win in his local government. I'll be surprised even if in his father's polling unit. If he can win that place, I'll be surprised. Politics is not about fame, it's not about popularity. If you think you are popular, go and ask what's the name of this boy from Ogbomoso that sings? Alapomeji. He contested he wanted to be to go for house. He lost woefully. But now they made him an essay to compensate him. It's like he was thinking that because of popularity. Popularity, you know, some people, they get popular, but they must know politics. You don't just come and say because you are popular. You think Sahara reporter or Sahara reporting, you think that will give you an automatic ticket? No. I like his adventure. No. I like his adventure. Trust me. If he was in PDP or in APC, I would have gone for Showore, but he's in the wrong party. I'm telling you. There's no way you can fight an existing structure. Not in politics. It's just like one party will stand up tomorrow and say that they want to contest against the Democrats or the Republicans. The Liberals, Labour Party, they've been there fighting. They are not in contention, not to talk about recognition. So, you know, Olajide Okuneye, I'm trying to go to your opinion here. I'm saying that I agree with you. But the debate is beyond that. PDP, away from the debate, they must answer. For me, if I become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, I will have a concentration camp. A camp where we are going to be putting all these criminals. Some of them will serve 30 years. The least years that we send any of them to jail is 30 years. How can somebody like Baba Obasanjo invest so much money and they squander that money, billions of dollars, money that should have been used to alleviate the poverty of people, to create jobs, build industries? People are flying to the Mars, they are going to the moon. Nigeria, we are still battling with buses that will move and trains that will navigate between Kauran and Moda and Tinkan Island. Shame. Gani constant. See what I'm saying? Thank you very much for that. He's corroborating what I just said now. He said even Gani Fawehinmi contested for president, but he lost. Showore has not gotten to that level. Gani Fawehinmi contested. That's even a lawyer who has both probity, accountability, integrity, and is a senior citizen in Nigeria. He contested. Popularity is not the same thing. Politics does not work like that. Thank you very much, Mr. Olajide Okuneye. I will talk immediately after the program. My name is Valentine Bengola Seide. Wọ́n yẹn máa ń pè mí ní Olúgbénga Ọ̀rọ̀pọ̀. ẹ bá gbọ́ mi ní AIT ní Ray Power, ẹ gbọ́ mi ní Gold FM, ẹ gbọ́ mi ní Mori ni o, ẹ gbọ́ mi ní Bond FM ni o, ẹ gbọ́ mi Radio Kwara, anywhere tó bá ti gbọ́ mi. Ó kọ́ mi ò yàtọ̀. St. Valentine lédè òyìnbó ní Nàìjíríà, PlentyTalk nígbà tá a dá Amẹ́ríkà. A kàn change èdè Yorùbá, change ẹ̀ sóyìnbó ni. PlentyTalk náà là ń pè ní ọ̀rọ̀ pọ̀. So you're welcome to the program. Igun ni mi wọn ò ṣe fi bóyá alẹ́ mo dàkàlà mọ̀gò wọn ò ṣe fi buta òwúrọ̀ mo ti dọ̀gà onígbàṣọ tí kan ò ṣe yàròdè wọ́n máa wò wá nígbà tí èso ògùn àfi tó bá jẹ́ pé mo fi kan mí kan ni ẹgbẹgbẹ̀rún Samuel kan ẹ̀ lè Samuel lọ́wọ́ Lukumanu tó bá ṣeré lọ ṣọ́ọ̀ṣì tó kálẹ̀ olúyà ẹ sọ fún pé yóò kàn dénú yọ bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni Sàámú lọ́wọ́ bá wọnú mọ́ṣáláṣí tó wá ṣe praise the Lord ẹ sọ fún pé tọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ rẹ̀ dàbí ajá tó wọlé ẹkùn ni. Tá a bá fẹ́ lọ́mọ ṣọ̀ṣọ́ ni kó máa ṣọ́ kó máa ṣọ́ àgbàdo ẹ̀yin olóṣèlú wa rándanrandan lẹ̀ ń ṣọ́ owó wa nìkan lẹ̀ ń jí. Look at Dino Melaye. Look at Dino Melaye. The Lion went in his house, was singing one song about poverty, that we are in soup, Buhari must go, and you parked a 25 million Bentley behind you. And I read in one of those, I think maybe on the Twitter page or one of these social media expression, where somebody said the list of Dino's car is worth about 20 million. Thank you, Raji Remilekun. Oremi. Sango luko so ayanrana akaka yeri yeri. Egun ti yona lenu osa ti bologbo leru ajipojo iku oko yo lorugbo bo ba doyin mama tami bo ba dogide mama peran ya mi je oloju orogbo eleke obi o. Sọ́gìrì làgìrì ọ̀kà làgìrì kàkàkà fi gbẹ́dùn bọ̀ ìfi iná là ń dá láyé iná ń bẹ lọ́dọ̀ ọkọ mi lọ́rùn ó pẹ́ tá a ti ń bá bọ̀ náà. Sorry that I was speaking Yoruba. This program is supposed to be for English. And Olajide Okuneye wrote again. He said in China they will kill corrupt leaders. Yeah, Nigeria is a place where we compromise judiciary, compromise criminality, compromise judicial system, compromise punishment. It is only in Nigeria where a politician will embezzle billions of naira, will be taken or will be in prosecution process and be granted bail and will be working as a free man in Nigeria. And it is still in this my same country where another Nigerian will still, maybe somebody who works in the public service, he steals maybe like about, he embezzles 20,000 naira. Maybe he works in a TV station. He is supposed to use one money to go and repair camera, and he spend the money, and they send him to prison. Those prosecutions are so fast. In 1 week, the boy is already rotting in jail. But you see, the more money you steal in Nigeria, the bigger you get. Oji Uzo Kalu served jail. He served a jail term outside the shores of Nigeria. Some people went with drums to welcome him at the airport. Another politician, Olabode, served some prison time too in Nigeria. And then people did Thanksgiving for stealing our money and coming back to spend it. God will punish all of you. All of you that is making Nigeria, that you are putting us in this doldrum, putting us in this. As much as I'm a gentleman, I'm also weary of all the things that is going on in my country. Sometimes when people see me on TV, they ask, is this the same Valentine that we know? The gentleman who we hardly talk, who has courtesies. He will greet you passionately, he will make you feel like you're a human being, but when you see him on TV, especially on social media, he's a different person. Yes, I am a different person on social media because here I am at liberty to say what I want to say because it's my opinion. And if you think you are not okay with that, you can take me to court. Some of these things that I am saying, I can or I may not be able to say it on Nigerian television, even in private-owned media companies, because the landlords of our economy are the owners of the news media. Go and check it out. Go and see all the radio stations, the TV stations. 90% of them are owned by politicians or are going to be owned by politicians, except for some few When Dr. C started, we started Ray Power together and all that. He was not a politician then. I remember when he was soliciting for help from Nigerians during the Babangida Abacha period. But right now, the money where Dr. C hold, forget, some state not get her. Dasuki Gate. What has happened to anybody? All the people that stole the money. Money meant to procure ammunition. Nigerian army, they are getting killed every day, dying every day. These are somebody's father, somebody's children, somebody's brother, somebody's cousin, somebody's uncle. They are dying every day. And some silly he-goats are sitting down on millions of dollars, securing the lives of their own generation that is unborn. And you will sit down there, you'll be saying that because somebody is young. For me, I'm a member of APC because I need to belong to a party. I'm not saying that everything they are doing is good. And I'm supporting Buhari because I'm supporting the lesser evil. You can disagree with me. I'm not. If you feel that Atiku is what you want to articularize very soon, but it's your choice. I can only tell you that this is what I feel, and this is what I feel. Atiku was vice president for 8 years. What did he do? He was the chairman of Bureau of Public Enterprise. He was the chairman of privatization. He was the chairman of Koja. What did he do? Finish Nigeria. At the time, somebody said Atiku was the chairman of 32 different committees in Nigeria. When Obasanjo empowered him, did not know that the guy was going to cut his leg for third term. Atiku wanted to be president. Obasanjo wanted the third term. Conflict of interest, personal interest. None of them had the interest of Nigeria at heart. I'm already crossing over to men in Nigerian politics. Men. But let me quickly finish with Osinbajo during the vice presidential debate. Osinbajo, for me, scored the highest points, but that does not mean that he has an automatic ticket to become the vice president of Nigeria. But if you see among the 5 people that contested yesterday, if we're going to judge by what they said, Osinbajo, for me, is the sure candidate by what they said yesterday. Living performance or not involvement, because one of those ladies said something that really touched me. He said, we may not have the knowledge of this, but when we get there, this is what we are going to do. That was fair enough. Those are the kind of things that we want to hear. Don't just come and tell us lies. Thank you. Raji Remilekun. We have a lot of people. Okay. Somebody is writing again, and this one says, so if Atiku comes back, oh, sorry, I have scrolled too much. It was Jamie Bori that was jailed. Sorry. Not Uzo Kalu, it was a slip of tongue. James Ibori was the one that was jailed in UK. Sorry. Thank you very much for that correction. I really appreciate that. Sorry what I said the other time. I'm apologizing for that. It was not, and I really want you to. I'm sorry, not Uzo Kalu. I'm very sorry. So if Atiku comes from China, they will have killed him for corruption. Okay, yes, you still agree with me. In some countries, corruption, if you steal, that's why I love Sharia. I don't know why some Christians are saying we should not practice Sharia. This is not about it. Sharia is in the Bible. Every law of Moses, go and read from Exodus to Deuteronomy. Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, all of them, they are books of law. Levites, the laws for all the priests, that's what you call the book of Levi. Numbers is, okay, numbering everything. This one, they are laws. If you cut person head, they cut your head. Cut person arm, they cut your arm. If you chop money, they kill you. Because you are denying some people. Look at, see, somebody sent an audio to me, and I listened to it about Bukola Saraki saying that he has spent about 300 million in about 30 states in Nigeria. Not 300 for all the others. He spent 300 million in each state of the 30 states. That's running to billions. That money, if they have used that money to build hospital, to build schools, we will not be having all those 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom flats that they are using as primary school, secondary school in Kwara State. I went to a very good school, one of the best schools in Nigeria. The school that produced the likes of Idi Agbon, produced the Gambaris, and all those big names, including the former governor Lawa, the man that just died, Brigadier David Bamboye, first governor of Kwara State, the school that produced him, that produced his younger brother, who was a governor in Osunpro, governor of Bauchi. Big men. That school has been reduced to a community secondary school now because my father finished from that school and he was proud of it. So he sent me to the same school. I was given admission to King's College, Lagos. I still have my, what do you call it? Admission letter till tomorrow. But my father said, you have to go to this school. I went to that same school. I cannot allow my own child to go to that school. Okay, you're asking me why. Ask anybody that I went to my school. They have sold everything, all the land in that school. That school is like, if you are familiar with Lagos, that school is as large, it's bigger than the whole of, I'm looking for an area where you would know by proxy in Lagos. Lagos, you know the Lagos, Secretariat, Lagos State Secretariat, Alausa like about 10 times. It's a school where you have to travel. You have to drive a car to move around its fence. It's like a whole village. They sold all the land. They now conscripted the school to just one small space. Brought exchange students who burnt the school. A school that was top class, one of the best. That school was created in 1914 or so. I have to tell you, over 100 years. I was there. I was the master of ceremony at the 100 years of that school. That school has been reduced to nothing. That school produced Engineer Larry Shangaya, one of the best engineers Nigeria has ever produced. And that school produced me. Produced a lot of people. So you see what we are saying is like, if Saraki was to come from China, Tinubu to come from China, the only reason why I forgive Tinubu is chopping. It's letting the people benefit. Go and see anybody that says Lagos is not working, that person is crazy. I don't know whether it's working to capacity, but for anybody to say that Lagos is not working, that person is crazy. Lagos is gradually, that's why you see, when Nigeria was going to do amalgamation, let me take you to history. There were the Northern Protectorate, the Southern Protectorate, and something called the Colony of Lagos. Lagos was a colony on it. So you see that Lagos, everyone else, that's why you see the behavior of a Lagosian, of a typical Lagosian, is different for every other person. So Lagos, down full hour. Mo wà lákin díẹ̀ ni ó lè sọ wáré ìpò pé àfà náà ó ń gbọ́n máa ń pẹ́ báwo ló kí ló bá dé ọ̀gbẹ́ni má kọjá ìyá rẹ̀ náà ìbàfọ̀ ni wọ́n ń gbé mòwe ṣé kò sí bọ́dà ni typical Lagosian Ìkẹjà súnmọ́sòdì story nìyẹn o ọ̀tọ̀ làwọn tó gbowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o akálà òjìnà sọ látẹ́jú bọ́dà wa o. Everybody gets your own boundary. Lagos is working. Some people will come when they want to do politics. Lagos is dirty. Ekoti packed full. But at the same time, can you compare Lagos to some other states? To any other state in Nigeria? Go and see. Go and see the new Lagos that they are building. Go and see BRT working. Go and see the 16-lane road that is going from Ojo towards that Ibasai. Lagos is thinking like 20 years ahead. Some people are still thinking like 30 years behind. I'm getting angry again. So we are talking about the big people. Okay, I was talking about Osinbajo. Osinbajo was, he said very good things, but then he was re-emphasizing and going back to a lot of things that Peter Obi was saying. But trust me, Osinbajo is not just a candidate for vice presidency. He's worthy of being the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. I'm not campaigning for him, but if Osinbajo decides to pick a ticket tomorrow for presidency, I swear, not because I'm a Yoruba man, if Osinbajo was Igbo, if he was outside, he was a Igbira, I will follow somebody like that. He knows what he's doing. It's not just about memorizing like a Peter Obi. Peter Obi kept talking like this Alaba boy. Like all these Alaba boys say, when he come made in China, in China. But the number of times he mentioned China is as if he was not even mentioning Nigeria. But it was between the two of them though. That's just the truth. He understands economy. There's no doubt about that. He understands. He's been governor before, so we can't berate him. Anoro Timi, thank you very much for coming. Oh, you're sorry. How far? If Saraki says 200 million to 300 million to 30 states, he became the Senate president and he became the Senate president, and PNB was okay with it. You can see this clearly. Sorry, just a minute, please, people. Okay, with it. But Saraki wants PNB to pay him back. For what? Well, he said in the audio, he said he has spent that money. So he spent that money. Okay, what did he spend the money for? That's number one. Two, he now said after spending that money that he did not, that he expected them to give him back, to pay him back. What pay you back? Did you start a bread industry? Are you making nails? Are you like Dangote? It's only Dangote that will go and build a cement company and expect the cement company to sell cement. What have you sold? Some people will say, well, you hate Saraki. I used to love Saraki. I worked for Saraki. I was sleeping in the governor's house, but after time, I was sleeping in his house during the election. We would sleep, wake up together. We watched. There was one Champions League. It was between Barcelona and somebody. When they have not even given, they've not done the transition. But it was the governor elect. It was in his house. Myself, the governor, but the man in the House of Rep now, but Afolabi Gabriel. Like all of us, we watched that thing together. That's to show you how close and how much confidence I had in him then. But suddenly you find out that this young man who everybody expected to deliver goodies, somebody who has schooled abroad, you expect him to come and change the life of people in Kwara, now degenerated so much and turn our life into misery and miserable entities. Forget that song we're talking about. We're not talking about Saraki today. So, Osibajo nailed it on the head. Though there were a lot of rhetorical things that he was saying. He was repeating a lot of things, always talking about the 16 years of presidency and all that. Okay, I mean, of the PDP presidency. Yeah, we know that, but okay, then what we want to hear is how you will do, how you are going to run your government if re-elected in 2015. I mean, in 2019. That's what we want. That's what we want to be doing. Oladipo, Olalandu, you're welcome to the program. We're almost running out of time. We have just like about 18 more minutes, and so we're talking about. Let's leave the vice president. We'll be touching it too because of our time. People in politics. Obasanjo is number one. Kill him, like him, hate him. He's Obasanjo. Fine, he's Obasanjo. We have to give him that respect of an elder statesman. But the respect as a man of authority he has lost, not only with me but with other people. Even with people from his own. Look, do you know how many parties is coming out now in Ogun State? Ogun State is everybody in Ogun State is rallying around him. There's supposed to be only one party. People in Ogun State are supposed to say wherever Obasanjo go, that's where we are going. But now, the whole of Ogun State is splitted. Amosun is crying foul. What's the name of this former speaker? Bankole is saying his own. Kashamu is saying his own. Everybody is just talking. Ọ̀rẹ́ mi, ó sympathy ni. Adébáyọ̀, Abdulkadir Bọ́lájí, bó ní gan. Ìlọrin wọn ní sọ̀rọ̀ bá. Àwọn méjì wa tá a jọ parí iléèwé wọ́n ní wọ́n ṣe reunion lónìí àbọ̀ ọ̀gbọ́n ni. Ọ̀ní lè jẹun. So ọ̀dáwó má lọ bẹ̀ lọ. You're welcome, Mr. Debayo. He's a pharmacist. That's one of the products of the school that I attended. He's a renowned pharmacist who works with United Nations. That's one of the products that my school produced, and that school has been reduced to a pack of rubbish. So when I think about people like this, and I look at it, he doesn't have any of his children in that school. Thank you. In Kwara State, Otoge, that is the slogan. In Kwara now, it is Otoge. Enough is enough. I don't want to know whether you have a change of heart or not. You have been running Kwara State for over how many years? People in politics. Another person, Tinubu, Jagaban, Male Oju Yobo, Oko Gbogbo Osale Eko. Ọ̀rọ̀ Tinubu, ó sọ sí ni lẹ́nu ó fi yọ̀ sí. Sometime, somewhere, it was alleged that Buhari's wife said there are two people who are holding the husband by the neck. And in some schools of thought, some people believe that one of them is Tinubu. True or not, I don't know. OBJ can't win in front of his house in Ogun State. He can't even. He can't talk. Níwájú ilé bàbá ẹ̀ kọ́ bá tún lè win. Anyway, Saraki lost in front of his own father's house, you know, so there's no big deal. People will lose in the front of their father's house this time around. Wọ́n máa mọ̀ pé ẹran tó yí náà ń pè nọ́mọ. So you see, Tinubu over time has paid his dues. He has paid his dues. We were both in campaign for democracy together. A lot of people, I've known him for a very long time. As of that time, I was the student representative for campaign for democracy. We'll go and carry poster from Lagos, smuggle it into Ilorin and be sharing. That time they put me in, not in prison, no, but they locked me up for 5 days because of campaign for democracy. But campaign for democracy, they disappointed me. They didn't come to my rescue. It was my father that came to take me out that time. You know, after we did riots, Abacha must go. On June 12th, we stand. Eventually, I was locked up for 5 days. 5 or 6 days. Campaign for democracy ignored me. And I remember the IPO in charge of my case, or the police man in charge of that case said, "You see, if he not be your papa, wallahi, they carry you go for court. You go spend your time for prison. Why you they cause everybody make I they cause trouble for Igboro, for everywhere. Everybody I go for still because of you, this small boy. Everybody I follow you, you go and stand on top of a house, you they address people, say make them cause wahala. Now you cause wahala, they don't destroy a lot of property now. You see, if you want to make noise, go and make name. That thing I won't forget. You know, the likes of people I was following, all of them, they had names. Wale Soyinka, they had names. Femi Falana. I remember how we smuggled Falana. We smuggled him on a bicycle to University of Ilorin then. We smuggled him through the other gate. They were waiting. Policemen were waiting at the entrance. We smuggled him through another gate, and he came to address everybody. Tinubu has paid his dues. He has been governor, and he did well. But all of them, they are the same thing. Baba ń jẹun lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bí ẹ gbàgbé òṣì. Cha. He buy 1 million times. Papun 57. But at the same time, Baba ń jẹun. Ẹyọ kan tí Tinubu tí mo fi gbà fún Tinubu ni pé olórí èèyàn kan ló máa jẹ́ olórí nbìkan. Bọ́ àfolórí tó máa fà wá ń tẹ̀tẹ̀. No. Why I'm always careful is like I'm just a resident Lagos, I'm a Congo, but my roots are in Kwara State. But Tinubu has been into like about 2 parties too. What is she AD, what is she AC, what is she APC? But take as a quick Tinubu factor. Look at the quality of people. Tinubu tó ń fà lẹ̀, ẹ wo Fáṣọlá, ẹ wo Ambode, ẹ wo Sanwó, ẹ wo Eko now. Look at their emergency. Look at their rapid response. Look at Eko for oh goodness God. Eko gives you opportunity. Eko must support your entertainment. In my own state, entertainment for what? No. They will bring religion into. They will bring religion into. Ìlú Ìlọrin kì í ṣe ìlú jàgídíjàgan. Meanwhile, a lot of talents, they come from that town. When they go to Lagos, one explode. Dipo Abiodun for governor of Ogun State, Elojelu, Ebere. I'm not talking about Ogun State now. We'll be talking about the personalities in each state at our next edition. Make sure you stay tuned. Help me share program here. Even after I finish this program, I want you to share it so that it will get more followership, more viewership, and then we will have more contributions. I beg to read this too. This is from Bolaji. I was in GSS the other time. Honestly, I wept with the level of decadence I saw in the school infrastructure. Bukky sold the school's land, saw personal houses outside school compound. Bukky has killed. That's Bukola Saraki, not Bukky now. In case you don't know what we are saying here. Bukky has killed that school and posterity will never forgive him and his cohorts. You see, I told you, he's one of my, we sat in the same class. I know, I can swear by anything that anybody that finished in my set, I know all the people that we came together. They are having a reunion somewhere inside Lagos now, somewhere around the Keja. I'm supposed to be there, but unfortunately, I'm here. He's a big-time pharmacist working with United Nations, and Kwara State does not recognize him. These are the people that they should bring home. Come and be in charge of, maybe like give him, be the commissioner for health, or be in charge of some health issues. No. And other states, you know, all over the world, they are running after him. Some of us, we don't know what we have. Sometimes they know, but they prefer to go and bring one mediocre, just somebody, a bootlicker, somebody will be telling them, you are doing well, you are doing well, you are doing well. I'm a master in what I do. Take me to the air, put me on air. I'm a media man. And if you want me to go and ask anybody. I won a national award. Sorry if it looks like I'm being, no, but let me proud him sometimes. In what I know how to, you cannot call, I may not be the first, I may not be the best, but you cannot tell me that I'm a mediocre in what I do or in what I know how to do. So we are talking about people. Gagaba, look at the quality of leadership that he has given to Lagos. And then he allows his people. Look at the primaries. When people are calling for the head of Ambode, I'll still give it to Ambode. He stood like a man. Òṣèlú ni òye. Ẹni tá bá ti bá ní àbá, ó ní bàbá. You don't go against the structure that brings you up. That's the only problem. But go and see. This man said, okay, people, that's where I give it to Tinubu. No. It's inside one parlor that they will do in Kwara State. Somebody will just, okay, you want me fún ẹ lélẹ̀. Kí ló sọ pé ó ń ṣe náà? Kò tí ì ṣe. Kí ni ká fún sìn? Kí ló wà ńlẹ̀? Okay. House of Rep, me fún ẹ. Sorry, don't be me. Let's look at another person in politics, another big man in politics. Who? Atiku. There's nobody, no doubt saying that Atiku is a big man in politics. But the way I see Atiku is as unstable as his principal. I don't know who is the bigger liar between Atiku and Obasanjo. But Atiku has money. When people say that Atiku has money, I ask them, where did he make that money? Make a list of all his investments. Atiku that is saying that he will give us good education. Ask him. He has an American university. I have been in that school. I've worked in that school before. I've handled some of their programs. I've done media-related jobs with them. I will fly all the way from Lagos. There's no direct flight to that place, so you have to fly to either to Jos or you fly to Abuja. And then there's only one trip. It was a Thursday flight to that place that time. I think they said that chopper is owned by Night or Nightel that time. That school is only meant for children of the influential and the affluential. Rich men. That is the man that wants to come and tell us that he cares for common man. All the school that he has, how many of them can a common man attend? Nonsense. Atiku ko Atiku ni. Maybe someday. There's one video that everybody has seen. It's gone viral. Where Obasanjo said, if I feel that Atiku, God will not forgive me. And now you are feeling that God will not forgive you. In your own words. I'm not the one that said it. You are the one that said it by yourself. I have some other comments. Okay, he said he's talking about the school compound. Yeah, the school compound. The whole environment. Pharmacists, the whole of the environment, they have sold everything. In the school ethics, the law governing educational institutions, they said in that act that no trading or trade centers should be around any citadel of learning within a particular space. You see around GSS Fest now, they have built shops. Nobody has taken that shop. They just built shops. In a place of learning. Some of these people will be selling drugs, will be selling cigarettes, and you want these children to come and be patronizing them. Ìkànnì ìjọba. Ojo Abiodun for governor. In PMB as stands, Olajide Kuneye. And when they friend of Buhari Dojuku, say Baba. I'm trying to read, there are some other comments here. Shade Garuba, Victoria, thank you for joining. Adewuyi, Tayo Adewuyi. Okay. If this is the Tayo Adewuyi, okay. Tayo Adewuyi. If this is Tayo Adewuyi, okay, another GSS boy. That's another great boy. That's another great boy from GSS. I have a lot of my colleagues online today. Thank all of you. I want to appreciate all of you for being on the line. Our time is fast spent, and I'm talking about people in politics. Okay, let me talk about the men of God or gods of men, because we don't have men of God again. They are gods of men. Why would any pastor, whether Mbaka, whether Adeboye, whether Oyedepo, whether Kufunuyi, any pastor, why would they be involved in all those dirty politics? You guys are disreputing yourself. I was listening to a so-called man of God recently, and he was talking about the identity of Buhari. There's nothing wrong. You can say it as an individual, but as a pastor in a congregation where you have various shades of thinking and thoughts. No. In your church, you don't forget that you have APC, PDP member, AN, HIV, LCM, HCF, STD. You have all sorts of parties. Why do you bother yourself with supporting one presidential candidate so much that you are saying that you are doing laying of hands, you are endorsing? Who are you to endorse anybody? With no fear of contradiction. I'm a Christian. Who are you? You call yourself GO, primate, general overseer, general underseer, and all that. Why would you bother yourself with? Because you guys are making money off this government. You see people, men of God, will go and buy jets. Members of their churches are suffering. They can't find something to eat. Daddy Fresh is somebody that I don't follow him, but I listen to him also. And he has some very good points. Though I don't belong to the school of thought. But I agree with some of these things that I say. On some doctrines in the Bible, no, that's his own personal decision. But on issues that borders on societal issues, I agree with a lot of things. What is your business as a man of God? You should be telling us how to get to heaven. Telling us that these are the sins that we commit and this is how we can ask for forgiveness. Why do you go and buy private jets? Pastors? Are you flying to go and greet God? If you need to fly, why can't you go? There's KLM, there's Lufthansa, there is a British Airways, even if you don't have Nigerian Airways, that you guys have killed. Men of God, you are no longer men of God, you are gods of men because you have turned yourself into God. Daddy Free said that if this so-called man of God feels that he has money, is rich as he has claimed, let him come and show us his investment. Pastors will build church that church members cannot attend. People pay tithe, do offerings. You use this money to build universities, high schools, primary schools, and yet members cannot attend. I'm not God, I cannot judge you, but I know such acts and such attitudes, they are not among the fruits that God said. Most of you will go to hell. I'm not saying like in judgment. I'm saying it by my own perspective. From what I think, the way you have been doing, you continue like that. James chapter 1 verse 27. Write it down and go and check it. James chapter 1 and verse 27. Go and read what is there. And then read this one too. Matthew. Please write it down. Matthew 24 and 24. At my next program, if you come online, you can come and argue with me. James chapter 1 verse 27 says that true religion Undefiled before Christ the Father is to take care of the orphans, the needy, the old, the people who are afflicted, and to be unspotted from the world. Unspotted from the world means that don't be a capitalist. Don't use those things that the world use, like you go to buy private jet, you are building this one, you are making profit. Levite, anybody that calls himself a man of God should not go into business because you will become corrupted. There's no way. Because you will tell us later, you tell us that one pastor has embezzled money, you fire him, you tell us that this one is your own, you register churches. The federal government, sorry, those of you that are at the federal government level, sometimes you guys are crazy. Why would an individual own a church? Is it a business entity? I want people to join my own advocacy that every church existing in Nigeria should not be owned by an individual. That is not a church, it's fraud, man. Nonsense. Somebody wrote, winner pastor because PMB says he should pay for parking his private jet in any Niger airport. Well, I read about that, but I've not seen any Nigerian newspaper that have carried it, so I see it as one of those social media junk. The problem, or rather, the support that Winners Chapel is not giving to PMB, I'm not sure if it's because of the private jet. He may have his own personal, I've read it in some social media, on some social media platform, but I don't really think. But having a jet, do you know how much you pay at the hangar in the airport for an hotel? Do you know how much you pay? Hey, that's a lot of money. That money will pay the salary of some people. Baba, let's look at another man of God, Orisha Jaffo. Orisha Jaffo followed Goodluck Jonathan like flies will follow feces to the pit. And you see, the demise of Goodluck Jonathan became the demise of Orisha Jaffo. Today, people don't even talk about Orisha Jaffo anymore, since he had that scandal. Number one, what are you doing with the private jet? You said some people bought it for you. For what? Two, what is your jet? Why is it carrying money? That money is for what? Are you going to do burial for one of the sons of God? Or are you taking it to heaven? Do people fly money to heaven now? You people. Pastor Mbaka, because of my time, Pastor Mbaka is another thing. He goes around saying that he has, okay, because you have done one philosophical calculation and Buhari became president, you have turned yourself into a god. You think you can untouchable. You better watch out. Don't use the name of God in vain. If you want to talk as Mr. Mbaka. I'm not saying you can't talk. People should get me right. But don't use the name of God in vain. Matthew 24:24. Let me tell you what it says. He said, false Christ and false prophets shall arise. They shall perform great signs and wonders, so much that if you are not careful, even the elect will be deceived. Matthew 24:24. That's all these pastors. They will do a lot of things in the name. At the end of the day, you find out it's just for their pocket. It's only in Nigeria you see a pastor that will tell you that you should bring 1 billion naira tithe. Another person say, one lady pastor say, bring $1,000. For what? You do burial or you are doing naming ceremony? Does God ask people for a certain amount of money? If I give you $1, don't accept. That's why a lot of people, when Daddy Freeze was talking about tithes and offering, yeah, my own understanding may be different from his own understanding. My conviction will be different from him. But then, I tell anybody that whether with your offering or tithe, if you want to pay your tithe, go and give it to the needy. You know the needy around you. If you feel like you want to give it to the church, fine. But I'm telling you, you are giving it to one pastor. He is changing his car from 4 plugs to 12 plugs, from single engine to twin engine. You are still riding your old model Benz, 1999 or 2000. He is riding in Infinity HFX 2018 limited edition. You are coming out in rags and you are paying tight, and he is coming out in John Banks suit, latest one. We wear latest of Tommy Hilfiger head to toe. You'll be smelly, so you'll be looking like this thing, and then but then I'm not trying to compel anybody. Whatever you believe, go and believe. I'm only saying that our opinion. Another person again, but generally because of our time, I think men of God should not just reduce themselves to objects of ridicule. The reason why I'm talking about you now is because you guys have put your hand, you have soiled your hand into politics. If you have stayed in your churches and you stayed within your games, nobody's going to say anything about you. Okay, now, Kwara politics, because of our time. I was going to talk about the Emir of Ilorin. You know, some people want to drag this Emir, they want to drag his name in the mud. An Emir is the head of all religion, is the head of all ethnic groups, is the head of all associations in any given territory, his own territory. Is the head of all political parties. He belongs to none. I belong to nobody, but I belong to somebody. I belong to somebody, I belong to nobody. Buhari's words. Now, some people wrote something about signage. You know, these people in signage, you guys, you don't know your limits. Because you have given some targets, you overshoot and exaggerate your importance. I don't know who is still heading the signage department, but I know that even while I was there in Nigeria, I know that there was a time I told one of them that came to my office and told me that he was going to put my signage, he was going to put my billboard, he was going to pull it down in my office. One of my boys called me, I was not in the office. He called me, Oga, these signage people, they are here again. No? I showed them the receipt that we paid to the local government. But he said, no, we have to pay their own. I said, make sure that you keep them there. Somehow they overpowered my boys. They brought down my billboard, the one directly in front of the office. My office was on the second floor. They brought it down and they put it behind their truck. It was a big trailer because it was a big signboard. They spoiled it. By the time I drove to the office, they were already leaving my office. They parked in front of one church close to my office. And I went after them. They saw another part of me. When the Oga now saw me, he now said, Mr. Val, so is you? I said, eh. So you even know it's me. If you don't know it's me, why did you call my name? When you came to my office, did you ask my boys this and that? Did they not show you a receipt that I've paid? He said, that was receipt for local government. Are you not making money into the same pocket? You expect the signage will come, local government, for the same billboard. Local government will say I should come and pay. State government will say I will come and pay. Now I'm paying to like about 3 or 4 different institutions. Multi-taxing. That's some of the things that's the way they cheat people. And you see, eventually, he now told his boys to take it back, that I should have called instead of me saying that. I said, look, you guys, I'm going to take you to court. I'm going to molest you. I'm going to talk to your superiors and all that. Then he started begging me and all that. He said, I already won now. But you know, you are also part of this system. You should know. What if I am a nobody? What if I don't know you? What if I don't know anybody? All the people that you took their banners down, some of them, they have paid. But you still want them to pay to you. They have paid to the local government. Why not let just one person take money for signage? If you know signage, you sign a signboard, be dealing with that. If you want that, anybody that is into this kind of business, to a level of business, you pay to the local government. Anybody that is to the corporate world, you pay to the Kwasa, what do you call them, signage and advertising and whatever. Now these people, they now wrote a letter. They now put the name and the office of the emir, said that the APC, they are using one slogan, which is kind of insightful and inciting to people, that the emir is uncomfortable with it. Wetin concern emir with politics? They put signboard for road. You say they are around the emir's palace. I mean, in a particular place in London, that the emir is waiting. Emir did there. If you like, go put your own now. Wetin concern Agbero with overload? You don't call your passenger. Boss one day go, you want to tell us, hey, Oga, you don't carry too many. Okay, you know, collect your money. Your own are to call passenger. You call passenger call B10. You say, the chance where there's a boss now, be it. All those people say they want money. You say, no, say they don't pay money. I take be your own. Now you go driver. I mean, now you be last man. Now you be Kai. Now you be Kai. I mean, now you be council. It will finish your head. So the guy is trying to protect the interests of his paymasters. If you're working for PDP, being the ruling party in the state, does that mean that you should start dragging the name of the emir in the mud? The emir is a honorable person that should be honored. And is it by the standards of rules, the emir is supposed to be non-partisan. The emir is supposed to be neutral. And I like what the emir said, because the emir, in response to that, said they should not drag his name into the mud to score cheap political points. And if you are losing credibility, you are losing importance, leave the emir out of it. So I want to appreciate His Royal, Your Royal Highness, the Emir of Ilorin, Alhaji Sulu Kanani Gambari, for that quick response. Not because I'm supporting anybody, that's not the case. But some people should not use any. Otito ge, ma lo jeba, ma lo jeraisi, ma lo bankara 700. Otito, we want light, we want good roads. Another funny thing, people will tar 1 kilometer road, and they will tell you that when they are doing one report or any speech they are making, even when they go for MBA program, if they are doing Nigerian Bar Association convention, you go and read speech there. You are saying, my government has started a 1 kilometer road between Kulende and Sango. Excuse me? Do you think that's an achievement? And then why do you think we should clap for you? You are spending our money. You are spending a minute part of our money, eating the rest, and you are still saying that we should be doing what? Rooting for you. No, play music. I need to take a drink. I need to take a break because I also need to catch some little bit of breath. I'll be speaking non-stop for like over 1 hour. Do you get that? Okay, let me look at this song. You might like it. This one is by Majek Fashek, and it said, So Long, Too Long. You're going to like it, I'm sure about that. I want to change my mind. I want to play something else. A female this time. What do you think?
If you ask me,
now who I go ask? Now you.
no matter where we see, so it's always that. No be me go talk, be heavy for mouth.
Now
If
who?
you ask me, no matter for ground, now who I go ask? If you
Chidi Okonye, I say all of them are camp pastors. Not only pastors, even afas, imams. Go and see what all of them, what they are doing. Somebody will say that, what about to be jama? Abe gbo, yo wa fasura kan, yo you àwọn apá kan, àwọn apá kan lẹ̀. Ọlọ́run ló gbé lé wa lérí, ó ló fi ṣe sábàbí fún Ìlọrin. Ó ló ní kó tó jẹ́ igbá kẹta nílé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin. Abe gbo, ẹja yóò mọ Ànábì. Torí pé wọ́n náà ti gbó kan, wọ́n á ṣe àwọn wáàsí rọ́. Because they have given you one house, one car somewhere. No, it is not about Christians alone. I'm saying that all the spirit, I only mentioned those names because I said I was going to mention names. And because I don't want any kind of religious consternation. I don't want to create anything. I don't want to cause sentiment or emotion. Because I don't want no Muslim saying that because he is a Christian, that's why he's pointing accusing fingers at Muslims. I know the sentiment of some people. That's why I'm just being respectful to the other religion so that I don't name names. But who does not know that a lot of these affairs, a lot of them too, gets themselves messed up in politics. They all are bound all over Lagos. They are there in Kano State. Spiritual leaders. Not really spiritual leaders, religious leaders. Not really Christian leaders alone. It's just like, let me say, maybe like in the Muslim religion, they are not yet exposed to that level of buying ships, buying helicopters, buying jets, but they will soon get there, you know. Because right now, almost everything that the Christian does, the Muslim too, they're trying it. Gone are the days when it's only Christians that wear wedding gown. Now Muslims too, they wear it. They're already building schools too, everywhere. And a lot of these people, they get their funding from state governments, people who they support. Musa Robiat, thank you very much for joining. Oluwaseun Shola Shola, thank you for being on the program. We have a lot of people online today. So many people. Olabi Ajiboye Femi, my friend. Ask him. He's also my friend when we were in the university. He's still my friend right now. And he knows what I'm talking about because he's familiar to one of those religious institutions I'm talking about. And I tell my friends who are especially in the hierarchy of a religion or administration, and I tell them, some of them are not okay with it. Why would church members be suffering and then Christian leaders will be in opulence, unimaginable level of wealth? Can't you take the money that they have used to buy that jet? The last jet bought by Winners Chapel was about 5.4 billion. Google it right now and tell me and give me the figures and tell me that I'm wrong. Just write Oyedepo's jet. He will tell you it's the fourth one. That will be like about 5.4 billion naira. Give that money as investment to all the church members. Some church members will take up to 1 million. Some will take up to 20 million. Let them go and invest that money. Bring it back. That will be a lot of money into Nigerian economy. Buying a jet does not add value. Even all these articles, all of them having jets, is a waste of money because you are tying down money. That money is not going to add value because you don't privatize the jets. You are the only one that rides it for pleasure. So all the jets can only depreciate in value. So at the end of the day, the 5.4 billion invested into that jet will go into deterioration. It will go into waste because it's not going to add value. It's not going to generate 1 naira. So you have wasted 5.4 billion naira on pleasure. Because if you have a first jet, a second one, third one, is the jet flying you to meet God? Will the jet take you beyond where you are going? I was reading in one of those books, and somebody said one of the most influential women in Africa, the wife of Brigadier General Theophilus Danjuma, retired, that the wife has the 4th fastest plane in the world. Google it, you'll see it. All these things, we check them up. When we check them up, then we come up with them. We won't just say it and all that. We won't just say it. People are now showing class with it. Do you have a jet? Do you have that? Somebody was even playing with me. He said, the reason why Saraki is jealous of Tinubu is because he doesn't have a jet yet, that he's looking for money to buy a jet. Okay, let him go and buy it. One day, when the common man, when they get angry, they will go and burn all those things. When the common man, when they get, I mean, church is good. Church is fun. It's good to love God. The Bible says, forsake not the fellowship of one another. It's good to go to church. It's good to go to mosque. It's good to go and say your 5 times prayer. But when you are doing it at the detriment of your followers, it is not good. When your followers cannot eat and you are eating in abundance. When your own children can go to good schools and then the children of those who fellowship in your church cannot go to good schools. I remember one day a minister in our church came to church and he was begging for money to go home. The pastorate did not ask him if he has eaten that money. He was saying that he does not even know what the family will go and eat when they get home. That's how bad it is. Right now, the Church of God has been turned into a business center. There's nothing anybody can do about it. It's only government that can do about it. Government should set up an agency or a commission that will regulate the activities of any religious group. You know? This issue of paying tax, I don't know. I don't know how they want to do it. I don't know whether to say that church should pay tax and all that. But then they can regulate it. No individual should own a church. Church is supposed to be owned. The Bible said, and they gathered together and they had everything in common. No church, the church in Corinth, the church in Thyatira, the church in Thessalonica, the church in Ephesus, no church was owned by any. Paul did not even have a church on his own. They invite him to go and preach in churches. Church was supposed to be a communal thing. Because how did church come up? Church came up as a result of persecution. I did church history, man. I did religious comparative studies. Yomilawa, you're welcome. I have read in my life because I don't want to be kept in the darkness. In my church, I want to tell you in my church, if you know, you know. If you don't know, you don't know. I have gone to the school. I've done all the diplomas and the certificates in my church. I am well read and vast in church ethics and church administration. Some of them I agree with, some of them I don't agree with. Issues of spirituality should be kept as issues of spirituality, not be taken to secular world. Let's leave the church people, Joe. We are already talking about the emir and all that. Generally, it's not this thing I'm talking about should not be the issue of emir of Ilorin alone. There is a lot of all these monarchs, Oba of this, Oba of that, who have messed the same up. Can you imagine? Obas, emirs will be going to offices of senior advisor, special advisor, commissioner, and then they'll be waiting there to see a commissioner, a whole Oba. And Oba is supposed to sit in his palace. And the governor will come and meet him, but they have reduced. The governor will only serve his own tenure. There's a tenure for the governor. There's a time space. There's a time frame. But you, the king, you are unless you die, you remain a king. Unless you do something against your people, you cannot be removed. And then you reduce yourself. You see, it's the Stupid Land Act that has caused all this, that put the power and the land ownership in the hands of governors. A governor, through the office of another commissioner, can even remove a king because they have a department, a ministry of chieftaincy and local government affairs. Can you imagine? They are doing what do you call it? Coronation. The governor could not even come. Just sent one essay. Just go and give them that stick they call the staff of office. Is it not a stick? Hey, Jesus. Stick. You get? Well, you know, there are some kings that have remained in their palace and they have secured their authority and prominence by every standard. So, gradually, as I wind up for today, I would like to just leave you in the hands of. Let me look for one good music to play. This time around, I'm going to play. I may not be playing anything that has to do with Nigeria. Let me just look for one. What kind of music would you want me to play? Old school, new school? Okay. Mother. I love my mother so much. We are always quarreling, but I love her so much. That woman, she too suffer. As in, I was so troublesome when I say troublesome, I don't cause trouble like that, but I go to play football, enjoy myself all the time. He's always saying, what did you love that ball? Nobody has ever come to, I don't commit crime, I'm not criminally but hey, ask Bolaji, ask Tayo Adewi, party, hey, dancing. Those are the kind of trouble that where they are saying marching in GSS, you see me there. Literally are debating anything that has to do with that was why is it I knew what I was going to be since I was small. Everybody, I was intelligent, brilliant. Everybody wanted me to be a doctor, but I know that I did not want to be a doctor. I've always loved exhibitionism. I've always loved all these kind of things. I love arts. So I want to say special appreciation to all our mothers, but don't forget that the way you train your child is going to determine the kind of future he or she will have. I had an argument on Facebook recently about one of the presenters on TVC. She was wearing one clothes, and I wrote on my page that it is okay for other people to wear it, but the job, the industry has ethics. As a presenter, you can't dress anyhow. Your guests may decide to come, but you see some people disagree with me. Some of them are friends. But I made bold to tell you that there are some things that you cannot wear. When you get to some certain roads, there are some things you cannot do. There are some places you cannot go. I don't know, maybe because these people that are doing this, maybe okay, you have not gotten to that celebrity status. As I am, there are some places that I will not try to go. There are some things I cannot do because I know that it may become controversial. And people will say that, okay, you stand to represent some things, some people, you represent a level. Somebody was arguing that, okay, it should be freedom, that people are always looking at what you do, what you should not do. No. There are some certain things when you are in them, or when you are them, or when you are into them, some things are just no for you. You can't be in the military and you say that you sag, or you go to work without your boots or without your shoes, or there are some things that they just have regulations and they have standards. The same thing if you are a broadcaster, you are a media personality, you can't dress anyhow because you are an authority. You know? So I tell parents, the morals that you give your children start from what they wear, how they look and all that, because the way they present themselves is the way people will address them when they go out. If you see somebody is properly dressed, one of my sisters on my Facebook page now sent the picture of the wife of Obama, where she took I think a cover picture, maybe a picture, where she was exposing a part of her shoulder. And I said, that picture you see is different. She cannot go for a function as the wife of the President of the United States and wear that. It's not possible. That was Michelle Obama, not the wife of the president. Anywhere you see the wife of the President of the United States, she must be properly dressed. The wife of the present President of America, the wife is or was a model. She cannot wear all those things that she used to wear as a back cover, front page girl, and wear it and say that you want to go and represent her husband or represent the United States. Hell no. That will happen. So I want to use the opportunity to just say, today is not Mother's Day, but I want to appreciate my mom for everything she's been. I appreciate you so much. And then to all mothers, if you appreciate your mother too, this is for you. So I'm saying this appreciation on behalf of all of us, children, male, females, who had a good upbringing through their mom, their dad. Me, I don't have a dad anymore, but I appreciate my dad too. He's my role model. But today, let's just give it to the mom. So, let me just give this one, Nikombaga. And it says, mother. You all know the song now. Sweet mother. Let's enjoy it. I no go forget you for this suffer where you suffer for me, yeah. Sweet mother, I no go forget you for this suffer where you suffer for me, yeah. When I dey cry, my mother go carry me. She go say, my pikin, wait till you dey cry, oh, stop, make you no cry again, oh. Eva. When I was asleep, my mother go beg me. She go lie me well for bed. She cover me cloth, say let me sleep, my pikin, oh. When I get hungry, my mother go down up and down. She go find me where I go chop, oh. Sweet mother, sweet mother, oh. My mother go cry. She go say, my dead when I go down, make she die. She go beg God, God help me, my pikin, oh. Oh, my mother. If I no sleep, my mother no go sleep. If I no chop, my mother no go chop. She no dey tire, sweet mother. I no go forget the love wey you suffer for me, yeah. Sweet mother.
order.
All right, I got one little thing for you people there. Oh, where is this? Just went away. For the youths, I want to just give you this song for the youth that are watching, because usually most of the things that we say is for the adults. So, youths, please don't forget you are the strength of the nation. You're everything. Taye, Lulu, Ejire, Idunjobi. Thank you for joining. So, the youths, especially those of you who are thinking about joining politics, wanting to be this, wanting to be that, just supporting, please stay off anything that is bad, because you have a future. Because whatever you do right now is going to haunt you and hurt you if you are not careful when you grow up. The same thing, whatever you do right now is going to be of advantage, and it's going to be the pedestal which is going to take you to high places when you grow up. So listen to this message from Evie Edna Ogoli. Yeba. Yeba.
This is my
Message to
the youth.
as I leave this program today.
Message to the youth.
I want to appreciate all of you that have stood firmly on this program. We're like about, man, it's crazy. We've been on the program for like about 3 hours. I can't believe.
Stand for your rights and be careful in what you do. Don't forget whatever we do today,
Anything you do today,
we will gain or lose tomorrow. Let us try. Stop the fight.
you may lose.
Your life.
When I want like to the fight, they fight with cutlass, fight with bow and arrow. All those politicians where they carry gun, they give you. Man, can they give it to their own children?
Stop the fight. You may lose your life.
You be son to one person or you be papa to another person. If they kill you, your pikin, you don't become fatherless. If they kill you, maybe if you get papa, maybe say your papa not get pikin again.
Come.
So if you're watching my program, Plenty Talk from the Diaspora, I'm advising you that you should just stay calm, stay out of trouble, don't try to fumble, and definitely you will not crumble.
Drop that stick. You will enjoy your classmates, your father and mother, all at home,
Eba,
praying for your success and your safe journey home.
some people are supposed to be in school,
Children of today,
studying hard and listening to what others are doing, saying what their lecturers are doing, saying,
are tomorrow's leaders.
but they are somewhere else causing trouble and following politicians to cause trouble all over.
So let us not make the mistakes of yesteryears. Don't go to the cities too full of people. Life is hard, too much of Godfatherism. This is my
Message to the youth.
This is my message to the youth.
I want to appreciate all the big men around me, all the people that have always supported my program, all the people that have always supported me in Maryland, especially what I do, all the promoters around Maryland, in Texas, in Atlanta, Georgia, in Kentucky, all of you, I thank you so much. I was just traveling. I mean, summer will soon hit the ground and then we'll just hit the road again, flying and traveling all over. So I want to say big ups to all of you. You guys are just the bomb. I have to make a special mention of people like Okwe. I have to say, a very lovely Kunle Okwe. I want to appreciate you so much. Otumba Lukman, Lukumedemede. Thank you very much. My big, another big fan, Keshi, thank you so much. And the rest of all of you around that axis, I say thank you so much. I also want to appreciate Kemi Oyeleke Lawal, thank you very much. I want to appreciate Fola Shadi Aziz, thank you very much. And a lot of aunties, I want to appreciate Mrs. Tinuke Ogunsalu, thank you so much. There are so many people I can't mention everybody, but the ones that come to mind. So if your name is not mentioned, it's like I'm looking down on you, but just like the time has run out of me, or I'm running out of time. ọ̀sán mi pọ́n gọrígọrí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo ṣe é kájẹ mo sì ti kàtàrí gbọ̀ngbọ̀ngbọ̀n mo ṣe é gùn lásán bọ́sàn mi ṣe pọ́n tó dàbí òrombó ni kò ṣe é mu ni ọ̀sán mi sì tún wá súnmọ́lẹ̀ gẹ̀gẹ̀ mi alẹ́ mi kàtàrí gbọ̀ngbọ̀ngbọ̀n bẹ́ẹ̀ ni òṣùpá mi ò ṣe é mu kò ṣe é já wálẹ̀ ọlọ́run ni bó bá jẹ́ pé èèyàn ni wọ́n ti gba ṣẹ́ńjì lọ́wọ́ mi ta ní dáyàn lókòwò tí ò ní béèrè ojú owó ká tó wá sọ pé rè èèyàn kan ló dá mi lókòwò ọlọ́run ló dá mi lókòwò ẹjọ́ ó sì ló pa mí ló dá mi lóko àròyé ètè gbogbo bí ti bá sì ti jẹ́jọ́ mi ìwájú ọlọ́run ni wọ́n ti padà wá jẹ èèyàn kan ló rán mi níṣẹ́ o ọlọ́run ọba gangan sì ni àrùn ọmọ níṣẹ́ fàyàtì elédùnmarè gbẹngbẹlẹ́kú tí gbébi tá a bá ní kó gbé ọlọ́run ọba tí sì gbébi tá a fẹ́ ibi tẹ́ ẹ bá ti ní kọ́lọ́run ọba tẹ́ ní kó má dé ibẹ̀ òun gangan ló jọba gbogbo bẹ̀ o gbogbo tá a bá sì sọ pé kéèyàn má ṣe ẹ̀dá ló láròpin ẹ̀dá ló lóṣùwọ̀n ó sì lóní ṣùgbọ́n ọlọ́run ọba ò lóṣùwọ̀n bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni kò nódiwọ̀n gbogbo tá a bá pọ̀ ọlọ́run ọba òun náà lọ́lọ́run ọba jẹ́ ìbàrẹ̀ lónìí ọlọ́run ọba àjíkí ọba àjíkẹ́ gbẹngbẹlẹ́kú tó dáa síbi òwò ẹkùn ọkọ fáráò òfìríjì rí pé ajípọ̀jọ́ kúdà ọlọ́run ìbàrẹ̀ o tó tó bí aró rẹ̀ bí òsùn ọlọ́run ìbàrẹ̀ o mo ṣe bá gbogbo ẹ̀yin tá à ń gbè lágbàlagbà ìbá gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń jẹ́ bàbá ìjáwó ẹ̀ tẹ́ ẹ̀ ń jẹ́ ìyá ìbá gbogbo ẹni tó ju nílọ ìbá gbogbo àwọn tá a jẹ́ gbẹ́ ìgbà gbogbo ẹ̀ tẹ́ ṣẹ̀ ń bọ̀ ìbá tí wáyé ọjọ́ ìbá tí wọ́ oòrùn ìbá ọ̀sán gangan ìbá lẹ́lẹ̀ àfọ̀kọ́ rẹ̀ yẹrí alágbóòkà kọ́lọ́wọ́ jẹ́ ká máa rí ṣe o gbogbo ẹni tó bá ń tajà ẹ máa tàtà jèrè o ẹni tó ń ṣiṣẹ́ ọba ọkọ̀ ọba ò ní ṣayé lẹ́sẹ̀ o lédè Yorùbá ní kó má dàbí pé gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ ń gbọ́ mi látàárọ̀ wọn ò tiẹ̀ wá sí èdè Yorùbá kankan wọn ò ní forí mi sọlẹ̀ sí ibi kankan láyé kí ni wọn ò gbàgbé ibi tí mo ti wá ọmọ kúkú ndùkú ṣe wé gẹ̀rígẹ̀rí ọ̀pọ̀ ogun agúnmọ́ gàlìgàlì bọ́ bá lọ́pọ̀ ogun nìkan bọ́ lékè nìkan ni ò ní jẹ́ ọmọ abirùmọ̀ bíi abájọ ọmọ àmọ́ tamọ́ yùbọn lùgì èmi lọ́mọ àmọ́ tamọ́ yùn ètò àṣẹ dànù ètò àṣẹ tí báyìí lé bàbá mi yóò yà pẹ̀rẹ̀ ni yóò bá pa nǹkan mi àbíkú pọ̀ tòtò yẹn abẹ́ gbọ́ mo fẹ́ mọ fi léyìí ṣe lọ agbè mi ṣetán yóò relé ìdáró bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni wọ́n ní kú àgọ́ àròkò mi ṣetán relé ìkòsùn bẹ́ẹ̀ sì ni wọ́n ní wẹ̀wọ̀n lékèlékè mi ṣetán tó relé ìkẹfun àwọn ó sì tún padà wá lórí ètò yìí ẹ̀yin lèmi ó máa dé bá èmi lèmi ó máa dé bá yín etí yín ò ní di bẹ́ẹ̀ lẹ́nu tèmi náà ò sì ní dòbu kò sì ní dìbàjẹ́ wẹ́rẹ́wẹ́rẹ́ nìkan jẹ́lé bàbá sì kú ló gọ́dọ̀ bá bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan ò lè gbé ní sí ayé fìdá pàgbín bàbá ta ní fi pópó lẹ́pàá lábàá wà ní rídà lọ́rùn ìṣiṣi wọ ní lágbára lọ́wọ́lọ́ àfi tó báyìí pé mo fi nǹkan míì kún àmọ́ tí n bá ti lè fi nǹkan míì kún àjẹpẹ́tọ̀ láyọ̀ láàmú gbọ́ra wa ǹjẹ́ títí di nígbà sábà tún máa pàdé ara mo ti dágbére fẹ́yìn tẹ́ ẹ jẹ́ ti Yorùbá tó ráyàn tí ń accuse mi sọ Yorùbá ń bí látẹ̀ẹ̀kan mo ti wá sọ Yorùbá o mo gbọ́ Yorùbá ó kọjá díẹ̀ àmọ́ èdè ìbò la ṣe lónìí nígbà sábà tún ṣe ti Yorùbá àtúmọ̀ Yọmí làwà mo kí yín o olúwa ṣe ṣọlá mo ti kí yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan tó gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ́ wà lórí fọ́nrán tá a wà lórí ìkànnì tá a wà yìí ẹ bá mi share programu yìí mo fọlọ́ ń bẹ̀ yín ẹ bá mi share ẹ jẹ́ kí tó lórí tẹlẹ́mù ẹ jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn náà ò tiẹ̀ rí pé tọ̀ à ń múra à ń pète nǹkan tó dáa kọ́lọ́run wá jẹ́ kí a kú múra kérésì yọ̀ọ́dẹ̀ bá a láyọ̀ òun mọ̀ bóyá ṣe mí kí kérésì á kì í ṣe we are still going to do some editions before Christmas but there's going to be a special Christmas edition on Christmas Day on Boxing Day by the grace of God we're going to have special ones New Year Day there's going to be a special one too so a kú múra kérésì àsìkò tá a wà yìí àwọn kí wọ́n porúkọ rẹ̀ tọ́kí tòlótòló àbí kí ni wọ́n pe tọ́kí lédè Yorùbá ó ti sápá lórí àmọ́ àsìkò táwọn adìyẹ tí wọ́n máa dín ní ọjọ́ kó àwọn adìyẹ kan ó pé káàkiri àgbáláyé èmi ò mọ wàhálà tó dé bá adìyẹ tó fi jẹ́ pé àwọn ni wọ́n rí fi rúbọ kérésì wọn ò mọ tí tọ́kí ṣe fún àwọn ará Amẹ́ríkà tó fi jẹ́ pé àwọn wọn ń lò fún Thanksgiving Ọlọ́run nìkan ló mọ iye ìyálàyà tọ́kí tó kú ní Thanksgiving tá a ṣe Ọlọ́run nìkan ló mọ iye adìyẹ tí ó rọrùn àrèmábọ̀ ní kérésì tó ń bọ̀ yìí tọ́ àwọn adìyẹ kan náà ti wá ń gbébọn kiri o bẹ́ẹ̀ yàn bá lóun ó máa adìyẹ ní ìsìn kó wọn tó fi ṣe yẹ o ọ̀tá àbọ̀n bẹ́ẹ̀nù yẹ ẹlòmínú wọn ó máa di pé tẹ́tẹ́ fẹ́ kí adìyẹ mọ́lẹ̀ po àtẹ́bágbé báyìí àtàrí yín ni ìbọn ó ti máa jáde ikú ò ní pa wá báyìí o àmọ́ bá adìyẹ kan bá sógun pé kú ò ní gbà wọn ẹni kó yà lọ wá má darí kan lóko ókè o tẹ̀yìn tí Yorùbá nù ẹ̀jẹ̀ dágbére fáwọn ilé ìbò.
Children of today are tomorrow's leaders. So let us not make the mistakes of yesteryears. Don't go to the cities too full of people. Life is hard, too much of God's Father reason. Stay Join your folks to build your hometown. City life is full of worries.
Eba.
No water, no job, accommodation is gone. Study fight, you may lose your life. Study fight, you may lose your
Eba.
life. Come, draw that stick, you will enjoy your classmates, your father and mother all at home, praying for your success and your safe journey home. This is my message to the youth. This is my message to the youth. This is my message to the youth. Stand for your rights and be careful in what you do.
Thank you very much, Evie Edna Oguli, for that beautiful advice to the youth. Okay, I gotta go now. Let me say my bye-bye finally. And this is how I'm gonna say. Special dedication to all of you. All the young, the old, and the mommies and the daddies. Yeba. Yeba. I remain my humble self, Valentine Bengala said, people call me PlentyTalk. I'm the harder, bigger nigga that pulls the trigger, but trust me, I don't pull the trigger of any gun, I pull the trigger of my console. I gotta take my leave now, and I'm leaving you with the music of the Remedies. You might just want to rock and move a little bit to this music. Please share this video, share it as much as possible, and as you do so, God will also continue to bless you. Thank you so much for staying glued. I love you all. See you again very soon. Stay out of trouble.
When I break, I never wreck. Check out what back, I got my man, head. Do. You keep me some poo-poo. When I flow the funky music, people dancing, do. My man, he want him more bad.
Baby, do me, he want him more fair.
I'm not doing, I'm not be back, I got it back. How can they kick in the flavor? I show you I'm the bad. The took of the top of the track and the book and the top of the like and the room and the second, the people, the look at the big and the dome, the don't let's first stop, even in the watch your back. And that's the reason why me so Premio, Shackamore.
Ready, Tony, we're hopping on the way when we are ready, baby. Because I'm the the life and in the beat is like a double submachine. Because Eddie Montana operates this way. 1800 hours every day, baby. 7 days a week to make you freaky. All we goes around are the best in town. Because the best of sounds, there's no doubt about it. Up the mic, you won't hesitate to shout it, baby. Listen to my story, it's got to be so. Eddie Montana is surely please. Oh, I.
The people over the speed. You better to watch your back, you think I'm posing. When I shake your booty, then you think the wolf and holding. You better to tell me really what you done know. Let me tell you really what you done know. Let me take you back to the DJs and none. You better to know the remedy of cancer.
When I'm on the mic, I set the whole world on fire. I go on and on, on and on and on and on. With the mic in my hand, like a unicorn.
Abuja, Lagos, America, London, Ghana. So, the sugar dinka, the downish. The sugar dinka, the downish. The sugar dinka, the downish. How was it now?